All right, what's good? Everybody was good. I just see we got J Mon in the building already. We got Rich in the building. We have my brother Jalen in the building. Shay said he'll be here real soon. What's good, Mr. Jones? And Rich said his power's been out for the past couple hours. Dang, yeah, that we were going through it like a few days ago for a couple of days with a lot of rain. My power was never out for like a couple of hours straight. So and I feel for you. No Xbox, no nothing. I definitely feel for you. I feel, but I feel like we definitely got to start off with an RIP Bill Russell. Of course, one of the greats. I mean, you're the Celtics fan, so you can talk on it more than I can. But man, definitely RIP Bill Russell.
It's definitely weird because, like, just seeing this man at every, because the Celtics, they like to parade their, past players, even when you go way back, like the 50s, like Bill Russell. But it's going to be weird going forward, not seeing that man at like every juncture like he's been in the past,
Bro, every event, dunk contest, anything, the All-Star weekend, any award show.
Mm-hmm.
He was a real one. What's good, Justin?
And it's also crazy because you think about, like, obviously some of the greats, and he's obviously way up there. And I don't know, I just can't think of I mean, I guess Wilt, but like you got Jordan and I mean, he's the all-time winning guy, Bill Russell. I mean, he's got the most championships out of anybody, and at least from all the greats, because I think there's one dude that's like 12 championships. But he I don't know. I don't even know what really to say, because it's sad, and it's just it's wild. I don't know,
man. I mean, I feel like we gotta at least honor him with one of the greatest pictures. Like, just like how, why, why is he jumping over people like this?
Yeah,
I mean, granted, it wasn't the most athletic guys on the field, on the court when he was there, but like, that's ridiculous, man. That's what I was saying literally just a couple of days ago when he first passed. I was in the party chat. I was like, a lot of people, you can say like, oh, okay, if they played now, they wouldn't have been anywhere near as good as they were. And of course, he wouldn't have won as many championships as he did, but he would still be Bill Russell. Like, he was a freak athlete. Even, I mean, of course, it was a bigger gap because the guys playing against him and stuff weren't as athletic as most of the guys in today's league. But Bill Russell was still a crazy athlete, even if you were to transport him to this time.
Yeah, I mean, that's what's really crazy, the sheer difference in athleticism and just capability back then. It might be like, the biggest margin. It might be the biggest margin, obviously, aside from Wilt, but it might be the biggest margin in sports, man, because it is ridiculous. Especially when they started like allowing black people to play baseball, it became evident like early on, like, yo, they was killing the game.
They let them in the dough. They let them in the dough. Yes, sir. But in other news, man, you see all of these wide receivers getting paid, especially a lot of them getting paid from the same class. So shouts out to all of them. I'm happy everybody got paid. I know DK was holding out till he got paid. Terry McLaurin was the first to get paid out of the group. Well, technically AJ Brown, but he got traded and then paid. Then Terry McLaurin got his contract extension, then DK, then Debo, and then Deontay Johnson. We'll see if Marquise Brown gets paid. He's back with his old college teammate from Oklahoma, back in Arizona with Cliff Kingsbury and Colin Murray. So we'll see how that goes. But man, hey, shouts out to all of them for getting paid. It seemed like everybody topped the previous contract. Like, DK got paid $1 million more than Terry. Debo got paid $1 more million than him. I think Deontay is like the only person that didn't like top the previous guy, the one that got paid before him.
Yeah, and that's why I love the Terry deal, because he's amongst those men and is one of the cheapest.
Yep. Yeah, it's really close, but yeah, he's definitely one of the cheapest.
Yeah.
And I'm really happy about that. I think Terry McLaurin, granted, it's only a 3-year extension, but I mean, I understand for him, he's going to be like 30 years exactly when that contract is done. So he'll still be in his prime, so he can go out there and get crazy money again. But for us, we don't have to worry about it for at least the next 2-3 years. So that's really good. And I mean, I'm with you. Terry McLaurin is definitely one of the best, even on this screen alone. So yeah, man, I'm glad that's one thing we do not have to worry about, man. Thank
And
goodness.
Carson, that boy Carson finally has a number one. People will be forgetting about that. He finally has a number one, and it's it's gonna make a whole lot of difference for that man.
I definitely agree. Terry McLaurin is definitely the best receiver Carson Wentz has ever thrown a ball to, and Jahan Dotson, he looked like he might be one of the ones already in training camp. I'm not gonna lie.
Really?
Not gonna lie, but Jahan Dotson looked like one of the ones.
I didn't see the clip, but I saw the title of one of your videos. I guess that came out today or something about Antonio fumbling again twice or something.
Oh man,
God,
somebody talk to their boy, man. Somebody talk to their boy, man. What's going on? Brian Robinson out here looking crisp. He's out here catching passes better than I even thought he would. Because as a Georgia fan, going against Alabama, watching Alabama all year, I saw Brian Robinson as a receiver like occasionally, but he looks better already than I thought he even looked in college. Like, he's a natural catcher. He's not letting it come to his body. He's like literally going to catch it with his hands.
Yeah.
And then I haven't seen it myself really, but I saw a couple of reports that Brian Robinson's route running is even better than people thought it would be as well. So with Antonio Gibson fumbling, Brian Robinson, Antonio, you better get it together.
Is he a viable pass blocker?
Now that's the thing. All right, so the best way I would word it is, coming out of the draft, Brian Robinson was better than Antonio Gibson when Antonio Gibson came out of the draft a few years ago and Brian Robinson come out of the draft right now. Brian Robinson is the better pass blocker. But Antonio Gibson's been in the NFL for a few years, so literally right now as of today, Antonio Gibson's the slightly better pass blocker.
I got you.
So we'll see. We'll see. Right now, technically, J.D. McKissic is our best pass blocking running back, and there's no excuse because Antonio Gibson and Brian Robinson are way stronger. They're bigger. It's all just technique. It's awareness. It's a lot of, with time, they'll get better at it.
Yeah.
So eventually, hopefully, they'll be better pass blockers than J.D. McKissic, but as of right now, they're not. So again, Brian Robinson right now is our worst pass blocker, but he was better coming out of college than Antonio Gibson was for sure.
Got it. Hey man, that's the one thing with Antonio though, and it's obviously everybody knows that's been watching him, but he gets into that fumbling mode, man, and then it's just from that point on.
Damn, 30 minutes away. So like, I have every reason in life to want this man to be the greatest running back of all time, but this fumbling thing, I can't defend it.
No,
I want to see more stuff like what he did against the Bills. That 80-yard screen pass, I can see a lot of that happening. And another Atlanta guy, I can see him being somewhat of like an Alvin Kamara. But until he fixes that fumbling, I can see Brian Robinson eating into his carries a lot sooner than people think.
Seriously?
I could see it. Ron Rivera does not play. Remember, Ron Rivera benched Antonio Gibson for fumbling a couple of times last year, and we went with Jared Patterson, who I like. I like Jared Patterson. He's pretty cool. We went to Jonathan Williams.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And I think Brian Robinson's better than all of those guys. So if he can bench Antonio Gibson for those guys, I can see Brian Robinson say Antonio Gibson fumbling. Brian Robinson's the hot hand. I doubt we bring Antonio Gibson back in the game to be the dominant running back. So maybe the next week, I think you just let Brian Robinson carry it out with the hot hand the rest of that game at least.
Yeah, no, I feel that, man. And I've seen, like you said, I forgot, but yeah, he definitely is likely to just, if somebody fumbles once or twice, is like, you're not running snaps for the rest of the game, man. You can't blame him. You can't blame him because it seems like when Antonio fumbles, he fumbles a second time. So.
Oh yeah. It's not just a rare thing. It's not fumble now. Don't got to worry about it for the rest of the season or another few games. it do be like almost back to back scary. It's really scary. But first of all, the chat wanted me to look up Donnie G Buckets. They say he looks like you, and so I wanted to get your immediate reaction from it.
Oh no!
Apparently, they said this is what you look like the last show, or is it Donnie G? But do I have to put it all together? Is it Donnie? Oh, here it go. I'm not gonna lie, Jalen. It does.
Donnie G Buckets. What? Yeah,
I'm
I'll give
not
him
gonna
that.
lie. I'm not. It's just Asian you. It's literally Asian you. I'm not gonna
I
lie.
won't refute that one. I won't refute
it. It's literally Asian you. That's
I'm
funny.
weak.
That's really funny. But
Who is that guy? You know who that is? I have
yeah,
no
man,
clue who that is.
I've never heard of him. Rich told me who he was. I'm not really on social media like that. I'd never really, be on YouTube. I still don't even have a TikTok. I've never had a Snapchat. So like that whole realm of life is lost to me.
I joined the Discord the other day, and I heard them going back and forth with a Rich and some other guys, and I was just like, geez. I was enjoying it for like the first 20 minutes, and I was trying to say something, and I just passed out. And then next thing I know, I woke up, and I think I was like the last dude in there, so I was just like, yeah, let me get out of here.
Hey, you was in there, man. We just need as many people in there as possible. But that's funny though. Yeah, there was a wait. What's your name on Discord? Because I think Rich asked me about you. Your name was like something Church, I think.
Estoy Church. Yeah.
Okay, that was you. Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Bet. The man was just trying to find some time to chime in, but it was a heated debate.
It really was, and I was just letting them rock, and then I was waiting for that moment where they kind of just fizzled, but it didn't come, so I just passed out.
Was it the debate about like running the ball, like it's the 80s thing? Was that what it was?
I think it was. Yeah. It was something like that. And then
I think Rich told me.
Yeah, I feel like it was something like that. Yeah.
Man couldn't even get a word in edgewise.
Yeah, and he was like,
that's how it be.
Yeah, he was battling some of the older fans, and I was just like, yeah, this is great. This is beautiful.
This is what I needed.
Yeah.
But
Why?
We gotta talk about we gotta talk about Kyler Murray and his contract. And I want to know how you feel about it, because already, I've talked about it in the party chat, and I haven't talked about it on my YouTube yet. So I already have like my thoughts ready, and I don't know if you wanted to start it off. But how do you feel about that clause that, first of all, it was in there where he had to study football for at least 4 hours a week, and then they took it out after the backlash? Any thoughts on it?
I feel like, real quick on the removal of the clause, I think that is the dumbest thing possible, because you already sparked the idea, right? You already like got in everybody's brain.
Controversy's already going.
Exactly. So going forward, there's obviously that, less trust. But I mean, I don't mind that stuff. Honestly, I think it's perfect. Yeah, it immediately kind of, I guess put a damper in their relationship between, team and player and franchise, right? But I think going forward in every sense, like with the Zion, the weight clause, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like those things are, I mean, the players just think they're untouchable. I feel like there's got to be some type of recourse for the franchise as well, So
yeah, I feel something to protect them.
Yeah, so I feel like it's appropriate.
Yeah, hey, I'm right with you. Like, first of all, I'm with you, but like on top of that, if I were Kyler Murray, I'd be like, sure, I'll go ahead and sign that 200 and something mil, and all I got to do is what I'm supposed to be doing already. And Phil Simms brought up a good point with Phil Simms. No, it's the son, Chris Simms. He brought up a good point that they're not worried about him knowing the playbook. It's not a playbook thing. He's been running the same offense since he's been with Cliff Kingsbury in college and even a little bit in high school.
Yeah.
So it's not the playbook. Chris Simms, he said his strong educated guess is that they want him studying situational football, like pre-snap stuff, to know what the opposing defense is. They're in a certain lineup, they look like they're in a certain coverage, and then you audible or you go to a certain hot route based on what the defense is showing you and giving you. Mm-hmm. And they feel like he's not doing those things. Yeah. And so that's why they want him to study at least 4 hours a week, so that at the very least, he has a little bit of homework on what the defense is doing. And what they, when they're in a certain look, when a linebacker puts his hand on a certain knee a certain way, that means he's gonna do this, like all of those little things.
Yeah.
And they want him to basically prepare for that. Again, I mean, we haven't heard this from the Cardinals or Kyler Murray himself, but Chris Simms just gave his educated guess on that's what it is. And yeah, again, I'm right with you. First of all, main thing, the damage was already done. So I don't get what taking it off does.
Exactly.
You're still gonna want them to do it. So now you're just like when you created that clause in the contract, you were like super hard headed. You were like, oh yeah, he's gonna have to sign this. And then after the backlash, you already knew the backlash was coming. So
Of
like
course.
now after it hit, you're nervous about it, you're uncomfortable with it, and you take it off. So I just don't understand. And again, if I'm Kyler Murray, I'm like, hey, pay me 200-something million. With that little clause, that's not even that bad. I'll do that.
Yeah, exactly. And I think going forward, it's going to be more common. It's not going to be as rare it is now. Because in my opinion, it needs to be. It needs to be more common, because then you get, the situation like Jamarcus Russell and stuff like that. And then that's what they're trying to prevent, where they don't get players that are just chilling for the bread, so
doing the bare minimum.
Exactly.
I'm a freak athlete. I got a strong arm. I can scramble. That's good enough. I don't need to put in all the extra hours of work studying defenses, because when in doubt, after the play is called, I can figure something out. I can improvise.
Especially since Kyler has his, obviously he's not going anywhere because he just made the money he's making now, right? But with the idea that if he didn't really care about playing football, he could just be like, yo, I'll pick up a baseball again. And then you lost him.
Gone, done. Never coming back. Never. Don't have to do anywhere near as much studying for baseball. And you technically get paid more money. But yeah, man, I like you said, I think there could be a paradigm shift. I could see this becoming a normality in contracts moving forward, like to where it may not be this exact clause, like study for 4 hours a week, but I can see it, something like some type of initiative to keep them engaged mentally. Because quarterbacks are only getting more athletic and more talented as time goes by. It takes 15 years for a guy like Josh Allen to retire at minimum, and there's a new almost Josh Allen like almost once every 3 years. So the quarterback talent is just going to keep increasing, and that's only going to probably make guys even more lazy. You're just going to have more guys coming in like, I'm a freak athlete. I don't need to study as much as like a Tom Brady, because when in doubt, I could throw it 80 yards off my back foot and things like that. And I could just see, again, like you said, I could see this becoming the norm for sure.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, man. I don't know who made this picture of him and hate it.
I love it though. I love it.
And I think it's really funny too, because we've been making fun of Kyler Murray for running like a kid for like years. And so for his contract to resemble something of like a bad kid that needs to be watched over and micromanaged to a T, I thought that was really funny. But we got Seyi in the building. What's good, Seyi? The only thing you missed was RIP Bill Russell. We talked a little bit about the wide receivers that got paid, but not too much. Kyler Murray's been like the main topic we've been talking about, and definitely wanted to get your opinions on it. And if anything else you wanted to say before we got started, I ain't want to dictate what you was about to say.
What up?
Well, no. Yeah, it goes out saying rest in peace to the legend Bill Russell. But yeah, what's with this Kyler Murray picture right here?
I don't know what you're talking about. That's a real life picture. That's a real that was taken in a game.
Well, he's really short. I've seen this guy in person. Really isn't that tall, but yeah. That's disrespectful. That is disrespectful.
I don't know what you're talking about. This is all 22 footage screenshot. But how you feel about the whole contract thing, though? Like, how you?
I was about to ask you guys that.
Well, we both agree that we love it.
Yeah, like we're like, hey, that's his fault for not being the type that prepares extra. Because Chris Sims, I just said this, but just to summarize. Chris Sims brought up a good point that he knows the playbook like the back of his hand. He's been running the same offense since like high school. He has the same head coach since college. So it's nothing for him to learn playbook wise. He's the one showing veterans what to do on offense. But they feel like it's the pre-snap stuff, identifying what the defense is giving you coverage wise, blitz wise, and being able to audible, go to certain hot routes and things like that. Being able to adjust pre-snap And that's where that film study comes in, noticing the little things that they do. If the linebacker's standing here, if he has his hand on a certain knee, he might do this, things like that. That's what they want him to learn. That was Chris Sims's educated guess as to why they wanted him to learn to do 4 hours of studying every week.
Well, first of all, Rich, I don't know how you not notice Chris and Phil Simms are father and son.
Yeah,
they literally, like if you didn't think they're father and son, I would have forgiven you thought that was brother and little brother because they look like twins. Like you can just look at Chris Simms and just think Phil Simms and Chris Simms. Like that, the resemblance is uncanny, but. Yeah. If Kyler Murray look like Chris Sims said, he's been running the same offense essentially since high school. But at the same time, they put that in your contract for a reason. I'm saying, look at that. Like, how you not tell their father and son?
Yeah, no.
Look at that. He said just never thought about it. He just never crossed his mind. They don't really be in the same place. Chris Sims kind of does his own podcast. His dad will hop on every now and then, but it's usually through phone. And Phil Sims got his own thing going. So I can kind of see it.
Does Chris Sims also work for CBS or no?
I think so, yeah. Yeah, he has his own podcast on CBS, yes.
Okay,
CBS as well.
Okay.
Well, granted, you also didn't see Chris Sims play, which honestly you're not missing much. You haven't seen Chris Sims play.
Say,
actually do yourself a favor.
His days on the Buccaneers are probably his best, and that wasn't even notable.
What year are we talking about?
Remember the game where he threw like 5 interceptions?
Look at the way he's holding the ball currently. It looks like he was about to throw 5 interceptions. Why is he holding it like that?
What is this? This has to be before 2010 because I've never even seen this man play.
Probably was around that time. It probably
I
was
love
around
his
that time.
analysis.
One of the worst
on the field.
quarterbacks I've seen. One of the worst starting quarterbacks I've seen in my life.
Oh, never mind. Rich is right. He's with NBC actually. And just to let y'all know, the first time I ever knew he existed, he used to be on Bleacher Report with what's buddy that now hosts everything. He'd be with Taylor Rooks sometimes. Adam Lefkoe. They used to have a show together. It was Chris Sims and Lefkoe. I think it was Sims and Lefkoe, something like that. And then Chris Sims split off and did his own thing, literally within the past 2-3 years. Okay. And then now he's with NBC, I believe.
Wait, so you never noticed Chris Sims from his playing days?
I had to go back.
First. I gotta peep his days because I've never seen that man play. I remember Josh Jackson or Johnson, one of the two. Josh Freeman. Josh
Freeman. He was after him, right?
Yeah, he has to be because I've never seen this man Chris Sims in my life.
Chris Sims was after Josh Freeman. After Josh Freeman failed, yeah, I'm sure Chris Sims was next.
Wow, I must be bugging then.
Yeah,
I mean, you weren't missing much. He was so bad. He only played 3 games, and they benched him. So you weren't really missing much. But yeah, I mean, they put that in Kyler Murray's contract for a reason. And it's just a precedent of being a quarterback. If you want to go far, the thing is Kyler Murray's as naturally gifted as any quarterback ever. He's also one of the shortest quarterbacks ever, but he's also as naturally gifted as any quarterback ever. So yeah, he can get by off natural gifts.
No, his last year was 2006 with Tampa. He retired in 2009 for Denver.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah, y'all some old heads.
That's back then, boy.
Oh my goodness!
He played wild card against Sean Taylor. Oh, okay.
Interesting.
But yeah, you getting paid $230 million, you gotta read the playbook. I remember Michael Vick. Michael Vick was the same way. Michael Vick even said it when he was on the Falcons. He did not do any film work. He did not watch film at all. He was too cocky in his own abilities that he didn't do any film. And Kyler Murray's a similar type of player to Michael Vick. So it's completely understandable how players like that can just get by off natural skill. But there was a reason why Michael Vick didn't get the Falcons too far during his brief stint with the Falcons. And he was a better player, not as fun to watch, but a better player in the Eagles for a reason.
Yeah, and he got that boy Chip Kelly, you feel me?
But how do you feel about Kyler Murray's contract specifically? Did you want them to keep the clause after it was already there and everything?
Well, I mean, look, it was embarrassing enough. I think Cardinals should have just kept it because, like, taking it out, like, it's just still going to cause more news. So they thought keeping it out was going to stop people from talking about it. Like, nah, like the fact we put it in there for a reason. But at the end of the day, I think
you just recycled it. Like now we're talking about
just
it
recycle
again.
more news. That's all y'all did. But like because of that, I feel like Kyler Murray is, if he wasn't watching film, apparently he's going to be watching film just because everybody was on his head for that. So it kind of put him on the spot.
I feel like it's just the opposite. At this point now, you're free from their strength. I feel like this man is chilling at this point. He's got to...
No, because, look, media is going to watch him. They're going to ask him questions daily because of this. So he's going to watch film. He is definitely going to watch film because media is going to be on him. If he struggles, media is going to be on him. Like, this added a whole storm into, like, this had a whole bunch of criticism into his game. So if he ever struggles, it's going to be on that. So here's why I
slightly disagree. I just feel like him being in his third year, I feel like at this point, if they're putting a clause in for that he clearly isn't the type to do it. And I feel like the press and the media is not going to sway his mind on what's it called? What's the word? Studying that. Like I just feel like he's not gonna change his mind on that. That's just him. That's just Kyler Murray.
Embedded in him. Yeah, it's just bad habits. It's hard to shake.
Especially when you don't have to change now.
Well, so what does he need to do? Go to jail for about 3 years and then come back on a different team? Is that gonna make him watch film?
I don't know, bro. I have no clue. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't in the mind of Kyler Murray. I just know that if it's taking him 3 years and it taking some media backlash or people pressing him about doing this or doing that to change, I don't think it's gonna change, honestly.
And it's like we're talking about him like he's a bust too. Like this guy's still one of the better quarterbacks in the NFL. He arguably a top 10, top 15 quarterback, and he was an MVP favorite early in the year.
Yeah.
So like it's funny how we're talking about this now just because they added that clause in his contract. Now like everybody's talking about him like he's some underachiever when he's probably like right now on his way to being one of the best number one overall picks in recent memory.
You just gotta stop folding the second half of seasons. It's so weird.
Yeah, but everybody thinks it's Kingsbury or what?
It's a mix of everybody. Yeah, it's not just him, but he's part of it. But it's definitely not just him.
Yeah, I can feel it. I can see that.
Because there was a period of time he got hurt, and even Colt McCoy won a couple of games late season. I think he won like 1 or 2 games for him this past season.
So you feel like Kingsbury is the reason for Colt McCoy, Kyler Murray's stats being inflated, or
no, not Murray. That's why he was saying multiple people.
Kingsbury's a horrible coach.
Yeah, I think we're just talking about Cardinal success. Not really much of Kyle Murray. And I think, with great quarterbacks, and like he's not, I don't think he's top 10, but he's around there, right? But actually, I take that back. He's at the very least, he's in the top elite quarterbacks.
He's at least top 15 at the very least. That's all.
Yeah.
For sure, right? But, and sometimes you're going to get games where, he doesn't show up and give you 300 with 3 touchdowns, right? So the team as well needs to show up. And I feel like behind Cliff Kingsbury, it just wasn't happening. And that's why the second half of the season, when, everybody's hunkering down on who's actually making that race towards the playoffs and, everybody's got injured players, I feel like that push wasn't being made. So, yeah, Murray's going to have bad games, but, I think he'll be straight. At the
same time, like we forget to mention, Deandre Hopkins is also out that second half of the season. I feel like that was a big, big reason why Kyler Murray was struggling.
No question.
He's going to be out early this season too. Just
that too, yeah. I mean, he got Marquise Speeding Brown as his number 1 wide receiver. So
again, and I'm not a big fan of Marquise.
I'm not either.
No, I'm not going out of this picture. I mean, it's hard to say he's the worst wide receiver because he's not bad, but he's easily like the least good out of this
Hey,
picture.
take
Yeah.
out Rich's comment. I want to see that's
Oh yeah,
on the bottom left.
my fault.
Deontay Johnson. Okay.
Yeah, just got paid. Just got his money.
He's the worst out of everybody here.
Yeah,
I think so. Yeah.
But
And he was the
acts like
highest
he's
draft
not.
pick too, right? He was of all of them. He was the highest draft pick. I believe so. He was everybody else
Debo
here
second,
was not a
DK
first round
second,
pick.
Terry third, Deontay, I believe, third. When was AJ Brown? Maybe second.
Second.
He might be the only first round pick. Period.
I was about to say he might be the only one.
highest. He might be the only first round
Yeah.
pick. Unless DK was like really late first. I think he was second though.
He was second. He was near
second.
third round actually. He was close to the third round, like last pick of the second round.
Yeah, he's definitely the worst. And I hate the
I still
fact
can't believe that, by the way,
that he's throwing his dog Lamar Jackson under the bus like that. They both from, I believe they both from Hollywood.
wait, what you say? I missed that.
Well, basically, his whole purpose of leaving is that he wants to get more touches. He wants to get the ball thrown to more, and they feel like Lamar Jackson runs too much. That was basically what he said.
And everybody keeps clipping that or adding that clip of him dropping that wide open,
dropping easy wide open. Like, come on, bro.
But at the same time, like Marquise Brown on Twitter was publicly defending Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson was defending Marquise Brown. So like,
yeah, they're cool.
They're
cool. I think he might have said something that took out of, like, I guess people took out of context because they're definitely still friends. Obviously, I feel like it's just, you don't know.
No, I was saying I would hope. It's just like because it seemed like it was behind the scenes, and then it would be like random press conferences. He felt like his whole purpose was I'm not getting the ball enough. And you know, when you do the math, the reason he's not getting the ball as much is because Lamar Jackson's running more than most quarterbacks would, and so you know. Naturally, there's less passes in the air, so naturally he's getting the ball less than he probably feels like he deserves. But I mean, he's open because Lamar Jackson is such a running threat.
Yeah,
and your hands are made out of stone, so he's not going to throw it to you all the time.
The man tries to catch like this. I swear, it literally looks like this. And he's easily the least good receiver out of this group. I'm not gonna say. I mean. If we're talking about first round pick, you can maybe say he's a bust, but I think he's going to end up being a good receiver. I think he's better than Christian Kirk, maybe, and so I think he should be pretty good for the Cardinals. That's the bars.
I don't know. So basically, he should get over $21 million a year. Then, like that's the bar. You gotta be better than Christian Kirk.
I would never say bust because he's a starter.
He's not a bust. He's like solid. He's just solid.
Yeah.
But people got to stop taking these receivers in the first round. You might as well just go ahead and wait because this picture shows you why exactly.
No,
unless you got a Jamar
all
Chase.
Messed up. Thanks to Christian Kirk. Even the draft market is all messed up.
Oh, yeah.
All these guys that they would have came out this year will all be first round picks. Well, probably except Terry McLaurin because he's like a fourth round pick. So probably a second round pick because Christian Kirk getting paid that much means that teams are not going to sign receivers like that in the free agency. They might as well just draft one. So just like quarterbacks, they're going to be overdrafted.
Yeah, do any of y'all know what Christian Kirk looks like? Like if you were to run into him in public, would you know it's him?
I know what Christian Kirk looks like.
Oh, I know what he looks like, but
I mean,
I don't think he's
average football fan. Nah.
Yeah, I remember what he looks like because of college, and I thought he was like I'm not going to say Tyrann Mathieu, but he was one of those guys that could kind of do a little bit of everything. So that's why I know his face, but I know a lot of people probably will run into this man and not think anything of it. But I mean, all of us here
making
would.
$20 million a year.
Man, bro, he's swimming in money.
You know, you just walked past a millionaire. You know, you just walked past one of the richest people in the U.S.
One of the biggest thieves. One of the biggest thieves in U.S. history. There's a wanted poster for him.
You need to do something about the hairline with that money, though. Like he does.
Yeah, we're gonna work on that. We just got paid.
Like Trae Young out there.
The check hasn't cleared yet. He'll be straight. We'll get the hairline fixed up. We'll get the hairline fixed soon enough. But yeah, man. Christian Kirk.
Did they do anything yesterday, like for the Jaguars? Because I was kind of watching the game, mostly not really watching it. It was more like background noise on my TV. Did he do anything like spectacular?
I'm not even sure if he played. It was weird that Josh Jacobs played. You know me. I went to go look for my Georgia guys. You had Tyson Campbell corner on the Jaguars. He got hurt, which made me sad. And Travon Walker, number 1 overall pick.
He
edge
actually looked
rusher.
decent. He looked decent.
Yeah.
During
He looked like a little something, you know what I'm saying? And then Zamir White, I guess 4th string running back on the Raiders, but he looked good. So I was really happy to see a lot of those guys go out there and do what they did. I think it was Jarrett Stidham starting at quarterback.
Yep.
So it just
like when I heard Jarrett Stidham starting quarterback, I was like, all right, let's not watch this. So it's just this is gonna be background noise.
Saw how quickly that the Patriots fans just completely got off the. I mean, I don't know about you.
Who said I ever liked Jarrett Stidham?
No, I'm just saying I don't know about you, but the Patriots fans just in general just flying off the Jarrett Stidham train, which is crazy.
I thought Jarrett Stidham was trash since Auburn.
Really?
The reason I had little faith in him was because Belichick was going to at least name him the starter, or he had high praise for him. So I'm like, okay, if Belichick sees something in you, something must be something to it. But then I watched
maybe I'm not seeing it.
He's so trash. Yeah, maybe I'm not seeing it. Like, sorry, but maybe I'm not seeing it. But if you see it, I believe you. But
maybe I didn't watch the right game.
yeah, maybe I got to watch some more film on Auburn. There was something I was missing.
But yeah, I hopped on that game and saw the first play being a pass, roughing the passer, and I kind of just
wasn't really. I thought it was a really good play by Travon Walker, to be completely honest. I mean, he kind of hit his head, trying to wrap him up. He wrapped him up high, but I thought it was a good play.
I think for the preseason, you got to call that.
Yeah, I can see that.
You have to call that, because the last thing you want is, first of all, Carr being on the field is crazy. But the last thing you want is, somebody getting annihilated in the preseason.
Yeah.
Why was that Josh Jacobs was the only starter on offense to play for either team?
It was weird. And he's one of the guys with the biggest injury history. I was watching why? He got hit after catching a pass, and it looked like he might have gotten hurt. I'm like, take him off the field, and he kept playing after that. I'm like, why are we doing this? I like Josh Jacobs.
What is this? The Windhorse thing? Like, what's going on? Josh Jacobs is the only starter. Why is that? What's going on?
I'm confused.
But
please tell me.
It's probably going to be Josh McDaniels stealing from the Patriots method, playing 30 running backs in one game. He's probably going to do that. So Zamir White, I'm sure, will get playing time.
Yeah, but hey, man, my boy Travon Walker, you know what I'm saying? Looking like a little something out there. I was proud of my boy. I mean, because he's a freak athlete. His problem is that he's raw. And he was showing a little, his little long arm. You extend that arm so you can have your other arm to do whatever you got to do. Got rid of Buddy and made a play, man. You know what I'm saying? We Travon Walker looking like, I don't know if he's ever going to look like a number 1 overall pick, but he looked good. Now it's happening.
That's crazy, though. It's usually number 1 overall picks. They always have high potential, yeah, but they're usually also not raw players.
Yeah, have a higher floor for sure, yeah.
Yeah, so I still don't get that, because the thing is, this guy never really stood out in UGA.
Never.
But he became a number 1 overall pick.
And I was happy as a Georgia fan, but leading up to the draft, I thought Aiden Hutchinson was the guy that was going to go number 1 overall. I thought he was too safe to just skip over, but
and of all teams, Jaguars don't need project players of all teams.
Y'all need to get some stability somewhere and work from there for sure. I mean, Tyson Campbell worked out for him, another Georgia guy, really raw, but freak athlete. I remember him being the number 1 corner in his recruiting class. I was so happy to get him because I think he's from Florida. So I was like, man, I thought he was going to Alabama somewhere. And then he actually ended up being really good last season, better than I even expected. But we'll see how Travon Walker turns out. But I mean, and to your point, that the fact that he didn't stand out, I mean, you had so many other guys that are better at different things. And it's kind of crazy because we're going to see this college season. But Jalen Carter, who's still on Georgia right now, was arguably our best defensive lineman last year. So y'all are going to see. People don't know about Jalen Carter by name yet, but they're going to learn.
This guy.
I'm telling y'all, Jalen Carter is I like him more than Jordan Davis. I like him more than a lot of these guys. We'll see, though. We're going to see. I'm telling y'all, watch him. What, man, I'm telling you. But Also, real quick, that Knicks tampering situation, it finally happened. Seyi,
Beautiful.
like you talked about it.
You love to see the Knicks fold. You love to see the Knicks absolutely destroy themselves.
Love it.
So Jalen's happy as a Celtics fan.
Of course.
Seyi's happy because he's right. I'm just laughing. Knicks, anything
and I just
Knicks
don't like
going
the Knicks
stupid.
in general. Anything New York, yeah. Anything New York Knicks is just like anything bad that happens to them. I just love it. It's funny.
It's hilarious. Bro, New York angry is always funny.
Always.
But so like, did we officially get like what they got? Like, what's the punishment?
Oh, I was gonna ask you, like, if they like, what are they gonna get, a pick, Doc, or they're gonna get fined? I know they're gonna get fined. Are they gonna get a draft pick, Doc? Now that would be funny, but they ain't gonna get no first round pick, Doc. It's probably gonna be a second round pick. It'll be funny.
Honestly, don't really
first,
know, but hey, but speaking
taking
of
a first round pick is crazy. They'll probably take a second.
I don't think it's not that serious.
It ain't to the Dolphins level.
Yeah, it's Jalen Brunson. That would be some hate, bro. Rich said it's a fine. It's Jalen Brunson, bro. We can't do him like how they did the Dolphins. And speaking of that, man, how y'all feeling about the Dolphins getting, bro? Just for those of y'all that may not know, let me actually read off exactly what happened. First of all, Brian Flores didn't get any justice yet, but I'm pretty sure he's still happy to see what happened.
Yeah.
But the Dolphins, what is it? Let me see. I'm trying to extend it because I can't really see it right now. It's like kind of zoomed out. What? Computer. All right, so the Dolphins lose 2 draft picks. They suspended owner Stephen Ross all the way through October 17th, which, I mean, he's an owner. I mean, how much does that really hurt the team? Just like Dan Snyder right now. He's like pseudo suspended. Like, what does that really do?
Still,
not actually suspend that man, please.
No, this is the one thing. It does nothing, but still, like, it's crazy that he got suspended for hurting the integrity of the game, while there was a certain Falcons receiver who hurt the integrity of the game, and he's still suspended for a whole season. So
whole year. And and we're gonna talk about that when we get to Deshaun Watson. But I think Calvin Ridley's biggest mistake.
I really want to touch on that. Yeah, I really want to.
We're gonna get to that. I got that one ready too. I got that one loaded. But I mean, just to start it off, Calvin Ridley's biggest mistake was betting that the Falcons can win. He deserves a 16 game suspension.
I know, right?
For that alone, like, who bets on the Falcons to win? If he was really cheating, he would bet on the Falcons to lose. First of all, that's an easier bet.
Might as well just donate to a charity. I think that's what he was just trying to do. He's just trying to donate because, like, I don't know why he thought you were going to win.
But
I guess suspended for donating.
Literally
for donating.
We're gonna dive into it when we get to the Deshaun Watson part after this. But just back to the Dolphins, they lose a first round draft pick in the 2023 draft and a third round draft pick in the 2024 draft. So that messes up a lot of people's mock drafts. I love mock drafts. I've already been listening to like the Locked On mock draft, and that threw them off. They're like, okay, so now we got to change up everything. And then of course they will also fine $500,000. The vice chairman, Bruce Bill, may not attend any league meeting for the remainder of the 2022 season. So it's a lot of really random stuff.
Who's Bruce Bill?
Vice chairman, yeah. Also, Mr. Ross.
I'm just saying what he had to do with this. Like, what was his involvement?
I was gonna say,
you allowed it.
That bad.
You allowed it,
chairman.
Yeah, you allowed it. But he's removed from all league committees indefinitely, and he was fined $1.5 million, which is, I mean, he sneezes on a $1.5 million bill every morning he wakes up. So that ain't really hurt him too much. He's wiped his tail with it.
He pulled that out of his pocket.
No, yeah, you're definitely saying we got to run it back because that ain't
yeah, that didn't hurt. That was just a minor inconvenience. He just didn't feel like having to sign off on it. That was probably the worst use of his time.
That's a Publix receipt for him. That's it.
Literally. But yeah, man, those first round draft picks are the biggest part, man. First this year, third round next year. And I think the craziest part is that, like, they're doing it based on the fact that with the Tom Brady stuff and the Sean Payton stuff, but the Brian Flores stuff was completely, they just said throw that out the window. There was a report that he said tank and that draft picks are more important than winning this season, but they put it as like it was a joke. Like it was like it was like he was joking around. So Brian Flores
draft picks are more important. Yeah, that great joke, right? But yeah.
little shoulder nudge, you know.
Yeah.
Jokey joke, little jokey joke. So Brian Flores technically gets no justice in this. This was purely Tom Brady, Sean Payton, and nothing to do with the tanking and all that.
Which I'm just like, well, I knew of the rumors and I'm sure they were true, but just seeing this news was like, wow, they actually confirmed it. Tom Brady really was going to retire just so he could work for the Dolphins, and then some way. Say what?
I said sounds right.
Yeah, exactly. For some way, God willing, he will be the quarterback for the Dolphins.
First of all,
wasn't it a report that he would play, obviously, and then he would go to the front office after? I heard something like that.
I heard he was trying to be part of the front office, then play, but he was going to try to find some way to do that.
Tom Brady just bored, bro. He wouldn't do anything but stay at home with the kids. He wouldn't do anything but stay at home and watch the kids.
Do you not like your children? Do you not like your children at all?
Man retired for 2 months and was like, I can't do it.
No, but Brian Flores messed up the operation for him. He had it smooth. Yep. He had the plan smooth. Then Brian Flores going to just put this out there. So Tom Brady, as a white man, can't just waltz in and then all of a sudden be the team president. No, that wouldn't look good for his image, for his public image. So he just had to say, like, well, I was just thinking about it. I talked to Cristiano Ronaldo in Manchester, England, and it's like, you know what? I think I'm going to come back.
Backpedal. Hey, man, PR team on point. I feel it.
They work. Like, still, Tom Brady's not look like. I don't hear anybody talking about how Tom Brady was trying to finesse the situation. Nobody's talking about this. Everybody's talking about Stephen Ross.
To be fair, you have to put the blame on the higher ups, even though Brady is clearly saying yes and yes to everything. Obviously,
but nobody's making a point that all this whole retirement thing was just a complete sham. Like, he had no intentions of really retiring. It was just so.
Go ahead.
No, I was just saying, like, it was just an elaborate scheme just to gain more power in the NFL and then play for the Miami Dolphins.
I think they realized it was just the Buccaneers, and they were just like, man, that he gave them everything they've ever wanted, and at this point, it's just like, yeah, if he wants to find a way to get his way out of Tampa, why not? And I feel go ahead.
Oh, you got to say?
You got it.
I was just gonna say that the Dolphins, man, everybody else playing checkers, they playing chess. Just imagine like this 10-year plan of tanking. Now you got all of these draft picks. You got Tom Brady, your front office, and then your quarterback, whichever one. Sean Payton as your head coach. Like, they were doing some real mafia behind the scenes stuff that was gonna set them up for greatness for the next 10 years.
Mm-hmm. Brian Flores was always the pawn. Brian Flores probably saw all of this going on. Like, nah, I'm messing up this operation right here. I already see the silver lining on this. Like, if I'm going down, you going down with me. Or at least their first round draft pick is going down, because they weren't going to take him out of ownership. But hey, that's still a big blow for the Miami Dolphins. And now, like, hey, they got no choice but to win now. No more tanking. They got no choice but to win.
But what's really interesting, though, is that they do have the 49ers first round pick this upcoming season. Again, to your point, them winning doesn't affect it at all. But they still have a first round pick. It's not like they're devoid of any first round.
What are you going to do? Pay 49ers ownership? It's like, joke. It would be funny if Trey Lance has the worst season of any starting quarterback in NFL history.
you know, this upcoming draft class is actually really terrible. You might.
It really is. It really is. There's no point in a winning at all. Too, just get a high pick. It's no point. I mean, you're not going to lose anything. We're not going to gain anything from a first round pick either. This draft class is really weak.
Just terrible. It's terrible. You might as well let us have a first round pick.
You don't need a quarterback. We don't need a quarterback at all, even though there's a lot of quarterbacks coming out this class. No.
Hold on. This guy commented Dolphins can kiss their Super Bowl hopes out the windows. Do I have to say it?
Super Bowl.
Do I have to
Super
say
Bowl.
it? Do I have to say it?
Super Bowl. Oh my goodness. Super Bowl hopes.
I don't know when they had it. I do not know when they had it.
Super Bowl hopes. That's like saying
out
Washington got Super Bowl hopes. Oh my goodness.
Hey. Same thing with the Patriots, sir. Same thing with them. Don't put us in with that.
I can't even hate on that statement. I can't even hate on that statement because he's as much as it pains me to agree with him, it's just like, damn, bro.
and shouts out to Kai Jones. Shouts out my boy, one of the longest term viewers and supporters of the channel, man. My boy. And shouts out to Kai Jones' mom, man. Let's see where we at. That leaves some extra talent for us in the second round. Technically, that's one less team picking ahead of us. We'll see how that goes. That's going to be an interesting domino effect there. But yeah, Dolphins Super Bowl hopes is kind of crazy.
Oh, I think it was implied with Brady. I think that's what they were implying, that if they acquired Brady, then they have a chance, which obviously is correct.
Yeah,
but sans Brady, not even a glimpse of.
Now, when a guy can't throw past 15 yards, they ain't gonna make it.
Nah, y'all talking about Trey Lance, man. That boy Tua has got a hurting if he don't go crazy this year. And that's what's crazy. He can't even be average. He has to go off this year. Like,
you got two of the fastest receivers in NFL history on your team. Like, you got to do something with that.
Tyreek Hill fantasy owners might find Tua in a dark alley and jump him.
Of course.
I'm not drafting him. I'll let you know that right now. I'm not taking my chance on that.
He's splitting
really?
targets.
You wouldn't take Tyreek?
I'm scared.
No.
I'm scared too,
he's splitting targets with Jalen Waddle. And it's not like Tua is going to take the top off the defense. No, it's just going to be a bunch of screen passes all game.
Tyreek's sitting there in the third round. You're not taking him?
He ain't going to be in the third round, though.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to be there. If he's there in the third round, I take him, but definitely not first round. Like, he's not a first round.
It'll be a PPR league. It won't be like any regular league, too.
Yeah, but I'm saying also, like, people that actually know the game, not just like one of those random, just, everybody auto draft.
People will actually know the game. He still won't fall in the third round. In the third round. Right, someone's going to take a flyer at him in the second.
Man, and speaking of Tyreek Hill, the way he's been hyping up Tua, talking about he's better than Pat Mahomes, more accurate.
You in denial,
like, come on, bro.
He's in the denial. Hey, Rico, he's just in the denial stage right now. Don't blame him. I mean, the money looks good. He has to convince himself that everything is okay. The money looks good, no tax. Got to convince him, like, hey, everything is going to be all right.
Chilling. That man's high off life right now.
Yeah, I don't blame him.
You go from Missouri to this, Missouri to this. Ain't no bigger transition than that. Then aside from going from Utah to Miami, which Donovan Mitchell, I'm sorry, that ain't gonna happen. So that's the only bigger transition from that.
Man, and Tyreek Hill's from Georgia, so I want to root for him, but like that, he tripping. He trimmed on that one.
With the statement or the
he's basically like
bag chasing. The statements or the bag chasing? Because I think, I'm gonna let him rock with the statements. It's just like, man, just like what Seyi said. Hey, he living the best of life right now. Why not enjoy it, bro?
It's just like with Russell Wilson, like how whatever team he's on, he's all of a sudden becomes their number one fan, despite wanting.
Let's ride, bro.
Go Broncos. Let's ride.
Let's ride.
What if he gets traded to the Giants? Daniel Jones, he has the biggest arm I've seen in NFL history, the most athletic quarterback of all time. He's like a modern day Steve Young. That's Tyreek Hill right there. There's a way to spin
everything. Yeah, there's a way to spin everything. Didn't matter what team he was on, he would have found something. Such and such is really good at tic-tac-toe, and that could help us on the field just by applying that. He gonna find a way to spin it.
Of course,
to Washington. Carson Wentz is a Super Bowl champion.
This guy.
Carson Wentz was an MVP candidate.
Mac Jones won a game throwing the ball 2 times. We can do anything with that. We can do anything. If he can win the game 2 times, just imagine what I can do with him. But touche. I can definitely see him getting on here with Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz MVP. You know, Super Bowl winner Carson Wentz, Super Bowl winner Mo Brent. Definitely
This
gonna
is
put
the
a spin
best
on
Super Bowl
whatever.
champion I've ever played with in my life, Carson Wentz.
Hey, you can't lie that he wasn't the best quarterback on the team. He had the starting John when he was there. So hey, quarterback. That's your quarterback.
I mean,
with the
it's Nick Foles at the end of the day, so it's not like it was
Nick Foles all day.
beating what Peyton Manning. It definitely wasn't that.
Yeah, and Rich has a good point. He went after the money, of course. That was priority. And then after that, it was between Zach Wilson and Tua. He technically chose Tua over Zach Wilson.
He chose
more so than over Pat Mahomes.
He didn't choose Tua over Zach Wilson. He chose Miami over New York. That's what he chose. Over New Jersey, really. Over New Jersey. I mean, New York is cool and all, but at the end of the day, winter is going to be 70 degrees in Miami. Winter in New York is going to be about 7.
Yes,
I'm choosing Miami.
Away.
I'm sorry.
Take a whole digit away.
I'm choosing Miami. I'm sorry. I'll choose Miami.
Again,
no
he's
tax
from
as
South
well.
Georgia too.
No tax as well. New York, they'll tax you to the gills. So I'm choosing Miami.
The only thing no tax in New York is corner stores and bodegas.
That's it.
That's it. Your contract, split it, take a third off of it on top. So
no
give me a third right back.
Literally a third. It's literally
give me a third of your contract before you even get it. Thank you. But yeah, the Dolphins tripping, bro. I mean, they had this master plan. They had it all planned out. And it's funny that they got caught by something so random, an accidental text message from Bill Belichick. Really, it's Bill Belichick playing chess, not checkers. Really more than them. Really more than them. Bill Belichick might be the smartest person. That man thought about it ahead of time.
He did.
He could just sense Brady all over it, bro. He could just sense Brady.
He knew this accidental text message will stop Brady from going to the Dolphins, to playing against the Patriots 2 times this season, to getting what Brady wants. And he knew for somehow this will lead to the Dolphins losing a draft pick. Belichick is just ahead of the game. He's like the house of cards. He's like, he just thinks
this puts him in the Hall of Fame if nothing else does. Like, this is the strongest Hall of Fame catch. Because first of all, there's no way he has Brian Flores and Brian DeBole saved in his phone as both just Brian. That's it. No last name, no nothing.
White Brian, black Brian.
Nothing. Just Brian by itself. And if you have an iPhone and you put somebody's last name as their last name, it puts them in there by last name, not first name. So Brian DeBole and Brian Flores aren't even in the B's. The one is in the D's, the other one is in the F's. Like, that was not accidental. And first of all, Bill Belichick is too smart to just start texting and not double check who he's sending it to, especially something like that. Like, there's no way man, it's just a lot wrong. But hey, Bill Belichick, genius. Play dumb. Genius. Play stupid. Play stupid.
And this benefits him tenfold.
Chestnut checkers.
If he could just do something about the Bills and somehow get Josh Allen out of there, that would be great.
You know, Josh Allen did have a history of just random leak. Random leak out
of Foxborough, bro.
Something super random.
We don't need to do nothing with the Jets. Like, that's a lost cause in itself. But like, yeah.
Hey, you might want to. I don't know about Zach Wilson yet, but that team is really talented.
Stop yourself, please.
That team is really talented.
Okay, enlighten me, Rico. Enlighten me. How at the end of the day, they can have Jesus and Muhammad on their roster, right? Their team will still be New York Jets. New York Jets.
So it's the name, like kind of like the Browns are gonna Brown type of thing.
Yes,
I love their draft pick. I absolutely love their last 2 years of drafts. But can they put it all together? I don't
just
know.
end the season.
I like the Jets a lot. We'll see about Zach Wilson, but I love the talent around Zach Wilson. And like, if the Jets are bad, it's Zach Wilson or coaching. It's not the rest of the team. They have talent now.
That's
both. That's what I'm saying. It's between them two.
Yeah,
for sure. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I mean, I forgot his name last year that stepped in and technically played better than Zach Wilson for a couple of days. That was really entertaining. I forgot his
name. Something white.
And then didn't he? It was White. Yeah, and then he threw 5 picks right after or something like that.
Yeah, it wasn't gonna last long. There was a reason he was the bench guy.
Was it Mike White?
Wasn't.
Yeah. I think so.
Mike White. He actually has a really cool sports name. Like he sounds like he should be like more famous. he sounds more famous. Wait, Rich said it's Drew White. Wait, who's Mike White and who's Drew White?
No, it is Mike White. Who's Drew? Who's
Drew White?
I know Drew Barrymore. I don't know Drew White.
I heard somebody in the Jets organization said that Flacco and like Flacco looks really good out there, and people are like, "Oh no, don't say that because then it's gonna hurt Zach Wilson's ego, and then you have to throw Joe Flacco out of the building as well."
I mean, you should be able to handle competition.
Zach Wilson just still his girl. That's it. Like that's it. That's around Zach Wilson's age range. So forgot
about that. We haven't talked about that yet. How y'all feel about that? Because of course we're tied in because Dax Milne is his best friend.
Dax Milne.
all of this started from. So like, what's really going on?
Goated. That's all I gotta say.
Goated. Our fan base was chanting "Mr. Steal Your Girl" when Dax Milne caught a couple of passes a few days ago too.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, bro. They're completely diving into it head first. Dax Milne is forever eternal in the Washington Commander fan base just off of the Zach Wilson situation. And I still don't exactly know the details because you know me, I'm not really like the drama and all of that. So I know something involves a mom and an ex and something like that. Does anybody know exactly what happened and in what chronological order? Because somebody
lay it down, Seyi.
I'll just give you the summary. Like I don't know the chronological order, but like I just woke up one day. I saw Zach Wilson's name trending. He has memes about him. So I was just like, oh, no, this seems funny. Let me see what's up with this. So basically, Zach Wilson's ex-girl, she got cheated on by Zach Wilson by Zach Wilson's mom's, one of Zach Wilson's mom's close friends. That Zach Wilson was sleeping with his mom's friend for for like a while now or something. So that was it. That was it. And I think somebody confirmed that was actually true.
And so, but Dax Milne, our receiver, like got revenge or something. Like I'm just confused on how.
I don't even know about that.
I think his ex, Zach's, went with Dax or something like that.
Okay.
I think Zach is the winner here. I'm sorry.
After Zach Wilson's girlfriend got cheated on by Zach Wilson, she went and dated Dax Milne. So that's how we got tied into this.
I believe so. I believe
Dax
that's
Milne
how it
is
goes.
the revenge.
I think Zach Wilson is the winner here.
Somebody's mom's friend.
Yeah, he's
okay.
But you know what's funny? Zach Wilson's mom, I guess, had like some like channel or something, some social media channel where she introduced one of her friends, but then she said like, no, don't you even think about that. Like to the camera of like, no, don't you even. No, it's not what you think.
Before or after?
This was after. Okay. Basically saying like this is not the one. This is not the one that's sleeping with Zach, my son. Yes.
Jalen is right. If that was before, that would have been crazier.
No, that was after. No, but the fact that she acknowledged it was so funny.
Yeah, that's still funny.
She acknowledged it, but have you seen Zach Wilson's mom though? I see why he's sleeping with the friends, because if that's how Zach Wilson's mom looked like, then I assume the friends look like that too. So I can't blame that. Yeah, I can't blame Zach Wilson. That mom, I don't know. She do not look like she's like in her late 30s or 40s, however old she is.
Nah, I didn't see her.
Yeah, I haven't seen her. I'm seeing like, I think this is them. I mean, I don't know. To be completely honest, I don't know. This might be one of them. I don't.
The one on the right is. The one on the right is.
God.
But no. Like, I mean, like that's a mother looking. No, that can't be a mother.
He said if she's hanging around that crowd, then I can see why Zach Wilson was doing his thing.
Granted, Rich, I'm not really that attracted to white women as well, but just the fact that's a mother looking like that, like I already know.
She like the Grinch to me for some reason. I don't know why. She like the Grinch.
The Grinch.
She likes the Grinch. I don't know what it is. She looks.
No, that's a bad villain. That's a bad angle though. That's a bad angle. I don't know who's on the left side, but that's a bad angle.
I'm gonna say I prefer the left side over the right side. She's like a villain on the right side. Like a minion. But nah, that situation is so random because that super blew up. I just got on Twitter and it was like what everybody was talking about for hours. I was like, what is going on? And like, have any of them acknowledged it?
No, I think he said something. At least Zach, the girlfriend was the one spilling the beans. But then Zach Wilson like said something like, "Hey, it's IG or something. It's been a while. What did I miss after all that?"
Oh, that's funny. That's funny. I like that response. Of course, this is only going to help him in the locker room. I know when he walks in, everybody like, yeah.
He's a legend. Yes, he is a legend. I think this guy's a Mormon kid from BYU. He's a legend.
That man walk in the locker room and can't even walk. They pick him up and carry him to the locker. Man gets treated like royalty as soon as he walked in. He said Zach Wilson trolled with that because they went on a trip. Oh, okay, so that's pretty funny. I like that. I like that response. That's pretty cool. What's good, Joseph? What's good? What's good? Oh, just to let everybody know, I went on Protect's other channel on Wednesday, and it's gonna be like a weekly thing where we talk anime. So Joseph, I wanted to let you know that because I know you super care about anime. You like to talk anime, and Protect wanted me to bring my top 10 anime. And we're gonna talk about everybody's top 10 anime. So make sure you pull up with that. And I don't know if any of y'all may want to pull up, but he does it every Wednesday. I think it's like for an hour at 8 p.m., 8 to 9 or something like that.
I'll give it a like.
Yeah.
I'll go through and give it a like.
Yeah,
I'll give it a like too. I couldn't even name 10 animes, so that's all y'all. Let alone
that was literally
my top 10.
That was literally me until like what 1920. Yeah, that the dorm with Abe and them. Abe put me on the
classic
Gurren Lagann.
That legit should have been a reality show. That whole in general.
It was literally a sitcom. Like we had literally different characters. We had the one character that changed out every 2 weeks because they would get kicked out of St.
We had the revolving roommate, yeah.
The revolving room. It was literally
like a drug dealer at first or something like that.
If you were to say it, you would think it was written down. Like if it became a show, they'd be like, nah, this would never happen. Like there's no way they went through this many of the same roommate, and there's no way there's this many different personalities in one dorm. Like there's just no way, but it really was. People were just in and out every 2 weeks.
The last revolving roommate was just like this silent computer guy or something. We didn't know much about him. Yeah.
No, I don't think I ever knew his name. Because I got tired of learning their names. They kept leaving anyway. So it just got to a point.
Why learn their name?
Well, I know your name, man. I know we in the living room
during
together,
the second season, I guess. That's it. I came in during the second semester.
She technically came second season of the thing.
Then I had the legendary roommate, Justin Lynch. Shouts out to him.
Oh, yeah. Different. Mr. Never There. Well, Never There the second season. First season, he was always there.
Well, I'm fine. I took up his role in the show. Like, shouts out to him. I basically had a single, but I was paying for a double. Legendary roommate right there.
He had contract issues with his acting role. Like it was a dispute, so he no longer acted. So he would come. We had to use old footage to act like it was still currently going on in the second season.
Now, did he had a single his first semester or something? Like, or at least
it was a double. It was a double. But nobody was in the upper band. Yeah, it was just like nobody. I think nobody ever showed up for a while, and then the other guys would come and leave. It was weird.
So it probably saw me show. I was like, damn, like you don't even have a single anymore. But like, hey, he just like, hey, I'll stay with the frat boys. You can have this spot. So like, yeah, that last day when I saw him come back to take his things, I was like, nah. You don't want me to pick up the thing. I'll put your things in the car for you. I got you. I told him. I really told him, thank you. You gave me.
He's probably so confused.
He looked confused. But like, nah, like, yeah, you gave me this room to myself. I got to do whatever I want. Well, sorry to our good mutual friend Evan. It was the opposite.
Going through it. Going through it. That was a weird doing, man.
Oh, Abe.
Yeah, Abe was different, bro. But hey, he put me on the anime, man. Shouts out to Abe, bro. Because like I said, I mean, I'm pretty sure many of y'all know already. I already said it, but I mean, the environment I grew up in, anime was just like no way type of thing. So I didn't even watch like I knew of Dragon Ball Z, but I didn't even know who Krillin was till I was like 19 years old. I didn't watch nothing. Like I didn't like literally because again, I didn't even watch cartoons like that. After Courage the Cowardly Dog, Ed and Eddie, like Codename Kids Next Door, anything that came after that, I stopped watching cartoons because once I got a hold of video games, if my TV was on, it was Madden, Call of Duty, Halo, Kingdom Hearts, one of those. I don't know, like cartoons just phased out early for me. Shows, movies, cartoons. Even if you ask anybody now, have I seen the most recent such and such movie? More than likely not, unless like because we watch stuff in the party chat together. But that's it. I've just ever since like I don't know, sometime in elementary school, I just literally been straight video games until like sophomore year college, 19. I was like 18 in the beginning of it, but 19. Abe sat me down, nothing to do. Spring break in St. John's for some reason, February, the snowiest month in New York. So we couldn't go nowhere, couldn't do nothing.
Busted my ass that month. Literally.
Man, slipped on a banana peel on that ice one.
I think I was in crutches too when I busted my ass. I remember that. Oh my goodness.
But yeah, so literally couldn't do nothing. So he just was like, man, watch this show with me. It's an anime. I know you don't like anime, but just try it. And since then, I've been hooked.
No, like, yeah, shout out to Abe, though, because Abe was always, like, apologetically who he is, especially as an anime fan. Before, and, like, during that time, like, it wasn't really cool for a black person to be like that. So he was before his time, because this is right now, like, just the fact that he was into all that, like, yeah, it's cool. Like, yeah, he was cool for that. For you, it was the same way with Evan with me. So like I was a wrestling fan as a kid, but I stopped as I got older and like throughout college, like I wasn't really that big of a wrestling fan anymore. I barely watched it. But then Evan kind of got me back into it when he showed me this like a different show called NXT. And then like now, like I'm a huge wrestling fan. I think I've seen
that. I think I've seen that like because I was just like, yo, let me throw this on real quick. And it was just I think it was during COVID. And they were doing like they were on like I don't know some secluded spot or whatever, and they were just BSing.
Yeah. COVID was different. Yeah.
But they was just BSing, but it was hilarious. It was hilarious.
It's great.
Give it that.
It's great. Like I get your mind like, oh, it's fake wrestling. Like I watch TV shows, right? It's just basically the same.
I seen that. I seen that statement before where they said like, yo, y'all watch movies and stuff as a story or whatever, and I'm like, hey, that's a good point. But I never watched wrestling, but that I don't know. I might have to go and throw it on.
The thing is, like all the stunts they're doing, they're real. It's not like they're sugarcoating it. They just know how to protect themselves where they don't get seriously hurt. At least not all the time. They don't get seriously hurt.
Yeah. And Joseph said, did y'all hear that new Eminem and 50 Cent? I had no idea it came out. It wasn't on my radar at all.
Yeah, honestly,
I've never heard of it.
If someone told me like, "Hey, catch a new Eminem 50 Cent song in 2022," I'll be like, "Yeah, probably."
Yeah, not exactly. That. But I'm halfway okay with throwing on an Eminem song, but I'm not throwing on 50 Cent in 2020.
No, I mess with Eminem. Well, I messed with Eminem back then. Like this whole, I don't know, it just seems to Basically, they had some like kitty message to it or something. Like he's not rapping about what he used to rap about before, so it ain't interesting anymore.
Nah, it's definitely different, but yeah, I just ain't throwing off 50. I just not throwing off 50.
Not on the 50. And Rich said, he said he already was on crutches and then he fell on the ice. And so he's basically asking, like, how did you end up on crutches in the first place, basically?
I tore my ACL.
Damn, doing what?
Basketball.
Oh, okay, respectable.
Stupid,
I think I had the Greg Oden injury too. I just grabbed the rebound. I already had torn meniscus, so I just grabbed the rebound and my knee just popped. And I couldn't walk.
That is crazy.
That is crazy.
I broke my leg in ninth grade. It's not as bad as a torn ACL, but you know, I'm close.
I feel like that pain. Could that pain be worse? Well, I felt like I was walking on fire when I tried.
I think yours is worse. Yours is worse. Okay. Mine when it happened wasn't like when I broke my leg. It wasn't that bad, but like trying to go from where I broke my leg to the house and everything, that was the worst part of all of it. That was easily the worst part. Like being.
You walked to the crib.
Nah, like being carried and not professionals and not knowing how to hold my leg. So my leg was just struggling. It was bad. But I appreciate everybody that helped. But like it wasn't trained professionals.
Knock on wood, but I have yet to get hurt in any capacity.
That's what I said too. Then I tore my ACL. Well, I tore my meniscus, then my ACL.
I'm about to say you did it like in your 20s, early 20s.
I did it sophomore year, so 2019, 20, yeah. Or yeah, just turned 20.
Let me see. We got Argo in the building. What's good, Argo? Like G League, I'm not sure. I ain't really watched. Y'all know. Oh yeah, shouts out. Atlanta's coming out with their final season. If you haven't watched it, please watch it. One of the most creative and well-written shows I've ever watched. Like regardless of media, anime, movie, show, it's just super like creative. I know I hype it up. But I mean, I literally wouldn't be surprised if professors have students like writing essays on that last season. It's like that deep, like with satire and themes and addressing issues, but it's hilarious. It's just ridiculous, bro. It's like a whole bunch of underlying things that no one person is gonna get everything on the show. You gotta watch it with people or have Twitter up or something. He said Derek said he was better on drugs. He said nah, they was having a spelling bee in that song for real. I was trying to teach you. Wait,
so Shay, how did you know you were gonna did you land awkwardly? You just came down. It was just game.
I just came down and popped like so much pain. Like I grabbed the rebound. I realized like my knee was always bad because I had a meniscus. I was playing with a brace, but then like during a summer camp, I was playing with kids, playing without my brace. But like I felt like some bones like shift around to the point where wearing a brace wasn't really working anymore. So I just started playing without a brace, and then I fully tore it. And when I did, like I already knew it was really bad. So I just gave the ball up and I just told him like, yeah, I can't play anymore. I was just playing 21. So I just sat down. But usually because sometimes my knee did pop. But eventually I was just getting the strength back up and I'll walk again. But I realized I was not getting the strength back again. I realized I wasn't getting the strength back. Yeah, it was
I just realized, yeah, you said you broke your leg. I saw you like at least twice a year for like like every year. When did you break your leg? I've never seen you break your leg.
That's a good. I never thought about that. I don't think I was ever in crutches or had my cast around y'all, but I did see you at least 2 or 3 times every year my whole life till like 12th grade. I don't know. That's weird how that did work out. It was like for like a piece of a semester. So that's like why. And I guess I wasn't in my cast or crutches very long. But yeah, I broke my leg. I was doing something I was not good at skateboarding at all. But I'm just one of those
Everybody
people.
Everybody had that era, the Lupe Fiasco era when he first came
but
out.
But I wasn't even that heavy into it. Like I wasn't even like outside skateboarding every day. It was literally like, my skateboard friends were scared to go down a half pipe. And I was like, y'all scared? Bet I'll do it. And I was the least trained to do it. I was the worst skateboarder by far. I was the one that did
like
the least
Rico,
skateboarding.
no.
Bro, it was bad, bro. It was really bad. It was like instant too. As soon as I fell down, just landed to where like my ankle, I guess I like landed on my hat, like in between my ankle and my knee. I just like landed on it. So it kind of, I guess if this is a leg,
so
it was like this, and then my body
thing.
fell on it like that. Kind of ish. Yeah, it sucked. It sucked. I was on crutches for a while, but I never thought about that. As often as I saw it, I just never happened to have crutches or a cast. I guess I kind of went through it quicker than you'd expect. But it was really fun, though, because in high school, they only let you use the elevator in the middle of the school for, like, specific reasons like that. So I was able to use that for a while.
I never got hurt, but my friends that did, we abused. You need to walk with a friend.
Yeah. You need help with that. I know you need help.
I got you.
He need me. I'm good.
You know what we used to do? We used to do because you could you're supposed to only have one friend, right? We'd have the hurt guy walk us to our class so that there'd be like Be like, oh no, I'll take it from here and have the other guy go and take him to his class for real, so we can all have a break.
That's so stupid. He's walking y'all to y'all class.
Yeah. And then be like, yeah, I was just taking him halfway because I need to catch up on my stuff. So yeah, he'll take him the rest of the way.
I hated
Rich's powers back on.
I hated crutches though because like I just hated being helped. Like I'm young to my family, so like help. Yeah, so like I've always been helped when I never really wanted to help. So like this the fact being on crutches means people have to help me, but like sometimes I'm just powerless for it. Like I would have public safety take me from Henley to campus or from campus back to Henley.
You would get in the car,
I would get in the car
thing,
yeah. But there was like one point where I just said like screw it, I'm just gonna walk from campus to Henley on crutches and walk from Henley to campus on crutches, and like I did it. But that made my
St. John's
arms
campus has so many hills too, like because I was doing
a 20-minute walk normally without crutches.
My biggest part was just going from class to class in a relatively it's not a small building because it's like 2,500 students. So it's not like super small, but it's built like a jail. It's symmetrical. It's a half circle up and down stairs, literally the exact same the whole way. So I didn't have to do that much movement. I can't imagine traversing St. John's campus. It used to be a golf course. All of them hills and stuff. That is crazy.
I definitely had to take some breaks, but it was just to the point where I was just tired of getting on that truck. I just was like, nah, I need to walk. Like, I'm tired of not walking. So
you was built like Johnny Bravo after a certain point.
For real though. I was swole for a minute.
But like I'm saying, your legs had to lose a little swollenness. Your legs had to have gotten smaller, and then your upper body had to get bigger. You literally had to be built like Johnny Bravo.
I was really like that. It was hard to take a shower too. It was just like I hated being on crutches. So after a week, even when I really didn't, after a week, when I just got a little bit more strength in my knees so I can walk, no matter how much pain I was in, I was just like, let me just take some ibuprofen and I'm good. I started walking after a week, even though I wasn't supposed to.
Y'all making me feel so grateful, man. I complain when I get hit by somebody with a watch that's wearing a watch playing pickup basketball, or
that sucks too, though. That does suck.
People play with a watch.
I've never had a bigger gripe, bro. I swear it is the most annoying thing. People, seems like they go
metal watch too, not even Apple Watch, metal watch.
Yeah, they'll wear a watch, hooping. Like why? And then the guys that be scraping the hell out of you for no reason. So
the football players that be trying to play basketball, I know, yeah.
No. Don't cut their nails, no hygiene, just out there, just dirty long nails, just ignorant, just straight ignorant. Last time we bowled, Seyi, when you were there, Tyreek got cut in the head by that guy that was like he seemed like he was in space. He didn't know what was going on. Tyreek was super upset. Bro, the one that looked like Malik Willis.
Why?
And I don't even remember the face, but I believe
he was just checked out, bro. That man different, bro. He just always seemed like he got to be drunk and off of Molly. He just, I don't know what be going on.
He was just on the court,
right?
Bro, lost, bro. You say what?
You know how I shoot, right? And how I could shoot like people's faces and stuff like that. So like someone, well, like I was doing that to someone today, and like basically when they saw me pull up, they literally just ran to me. So I fell face first in midair. My palm just like hit the hardwood floor, and like I felt dead for a second.
That serious?
No, he didn't do it on. Actually, he just didn't want me making that shot, but it was just like he just collided with me. It's like,
I clearly, like, as much as I want you to miss, I give you your landing.
Like my whole left side of the body was hurt. It was hurt.
Why do people care that much? I give people your landing.
I know.
I agree, Rico. But there's a limit though, because there's one time I remember these guys complained because this guy was sprinting after him. Right, he was behind him, mind you. He was going for a layup, but the guy was sprinting trying to block the shot. Right, but the guy. He went up awkward because he was like trying to avoid the block. And then he complained that the guy, like, he's doing too much. But he's the one that landed awkward.
He's the one that did it to himself.
He didn't get touched nothing, but he was like, oh, no, you're doing too much. And it's like, he ain't he didn't touch you, and B, like, bro, you the one that you just felt awkward and hurt yourself, and he's just pissed.
Granted,
he's walking off, just mad.
I guess that kind of happened to me today because, like, you know how I shoot, like, if someone's like on me, I just twerk my body to like shoot like in midair.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like him
But
being all over my face.
Shay said he twerks. I just called him.
I twerks.
I heard that.
Not
he
twerks.
said twerks.
I said
he twerks.
I said twerks.
Twerks.
T-O-R-T.
Continue with your twerking story.
No, T-O-R-T-S. Twerks. I twerk my
body.
body.
You can spell it. We heard what we said.
We heard you the first time.
Wrong. You heard wrong.
We said no.
I said twerk. So like when it collided me or something, like I just fell like my. You know, like when you fall and your palm first and it hits the hardwood floor, that hurts.
Yeah.
After that, I couldn't even shoot for a while. It's like my hand was dead.
Yeah, that's so annoying. So wait, Jalen, you're talking about that court at the Planet Fitness that I went to you with that one time?
Yeah, LA Fitness. Else? Yeah,
the LA. I said
LA Fitness. Yeah. They be tryhards.
Tryhards. Everybody over there trying to get scouted.
Dude, the last time I went to LA Fitness, well, not the last time I went to LA, but the last time I went somewhere besides the one that I go to normally was in Jersey. And for the first time ever, I seen a full-length court and actual 10-foot rims. And I was sitting there like just it's crazy because I've never been to an LA that had a full-size court and a full-size hoop. And I'm sitting there like, yo, this is beautiful. We're going to have great runs. And it ended up being phenomenal runs, except for the fact that I was sick. And I was just
tired.
No, I was sick. Like I had a sore throat, and when I have a sore throat, man, I'm the worst. I might as well just call it quits, bro.
I'm with you. Like I said, the worst part about having a cold or being sick is the sore throat. I'll take the energy loss. I'll take the nose stuff. I'll take everything. Everything over.
I think the
sore
nose
throat,
is the
bro.
worst. Like if your nose starts getting dry and like you're getting like these scabs and stuff around the nose, I feel like that's the worst about having.
Nah, I'll take it. I'll take
it. Nah,
sore throat.
That hurts. That every time, please.
Nah, that hurts for me. That hurts. Like I had that about like a few weeks ago. That was one of the worst feelings. I think sore throat second. That's the worst.
Like when are you using like regular nose tissue though? Because that's only happened to me when I've used like toilet tissue or
regular nose
napkins.
Tissue.
I don't know that.
Well, granted, I do use like just regular paper towels as well. That's probably why.
Oh yeah, that's why. Yeah,
or toilet paper.
Yeah, that's literally why. Because that's happened to me. Just use regular.
But like toilet paper
tissue, you don't have to deal with
nose tissue are like the same. Like
I thought so too, but I noticed that it literally doesn't happen when you use this.
This man got it on standby.
Happened to me using toilet paper. Oh, bro, I don't think you've seen my lab.
Yeah, I need to get some. I guess.
I don't think you've seen. I have.
What is it? Just straight up
Kleenex today. Yeah, don't use straight.
I just use toilet paper, so I think that's my problem.
Paper
towels.
I used to, and I learned my lesson. For that exact reason, don't do it. It's really soft, and you think it works, but nah, it's not the same.
It was to a point where I just couldn't even show my face in public. My nose was that bad. It looked that
bad. But yeah, man, I try hards, man. Like just, bro, give them the bucket, bro. I understand you want to win, but allow people to land and stuff like that, please. But now that we're on the Deshaun Watson and Calvin Ridley thing, of course, for those of y'all that may not know, Deshaun Watson so far is a 6-game suspension. Now they're trying to appeal it to make it a full season, but as of right now, he is suspended for only 6 games. And so we're gonna dive into it. But right now, he's gotten less games, facing over 24 sexual misconduct lawsuits. It's the equivalent of what D-Hop got for a PDE violation. It's less than the 78 games that Josh Gordon missed for weed. Calvin Ridley suspended for 1 year for betting on the Falcons. Vincent Jackson was suspended 3 games. Plaxico Burress was suspended 4 games for shooting himself in the leg. Vincent Jackson was suspended
that's still the most embarrassing suspension ever. How you get suspended for shooting yourself? Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
Man, idiot. But the point
He
is,
was already
Deshaun
going to be out for
Watson-
4 games for the for the medical
That's a good
bills for
point.
nursing that
So wait,
injury.
did they wait for him to become healthy and then suspend him for 4 games after that? How did that go? Because I don't remember that exactly.
I think
I
that's
don't
how it
remember
works,
either.
isn't it? I think that's literally how it works. Once the
It's like you recover,
signs
like,
up,
all right, Plaxico, recover from your injuries. All right, you're suspended for 4 games.
Starting now, starting today. Oh, you can walk. Let's start it right now. But yeah, the point is the fact that Deshaun Watson has less games than Josh Gordon for weed, Calvin Ridley for gambling on himself too. It's not even like you can say he was point shaving or whatever because he bet on the opposite team and then he was throwing games to win his bets. He was betting on himself to win. Like, that's not even really that. And then it's the Falcons who's not going to win. So like Shay said, he's basically just donating money to Vegas. It is just like, and then D-Hop got the same amount of games for a PED violation. So yeah, from there, man, how y'all feel about that one, man?
Here's the
Man,
thing. Here's the
what
thing,
you about to
man.
say, Jalen?
With Deshaun Watson, Calvin Ridley, I think, at least I hope everybody can agree that I feel like it's appropriate. I feel like a year is appropriate. But the issue with the whole Deshaun Watson and like gauging these suspensions, obviously Deshaun Watson's is so much more egregious, and he should definitely get way more time than this man received. Way more time, especially when this man over here is getting a year, Calvin Ridley. But I truly believe that Calvin Ridley got the proper sentence. I think that's a really accurate and thoughtful suspension. But
just to interject, I think he deserves 6 games for the gambling and 11 games for not only betting on the Falcons but using his real first and last name at the same time. Then I'm with you. Like, yeah, he deserves 17 games for
Calvin _ Ridley.
Like, he could have at least been Ralvin Kidley. He could have at least done something like CR or something nickname. But I'm sorry, what were you saying?
No, I was just wrapping it up. I think that the Ridley is he's chilling. He should take what he got and just act like nothing happened because that's appropriate. But what messes it up and what makes it look stupid is Watson's sentence. That's what makes it look ridiculous.
Yeah, and just to hear that Goodell was even the one that gave him that sentence just makes it look like it was just too inconsistent. And I mean, I don't think it's going to be 6 games. Like they're appealing it right now. There's no way it's going to stay at 6 games. It has to be for a full seaon. It has to be because
we're hoping so because we played them week 16 or 15 or something like that. So Commanders fans are hoping. So.
Oh no! Well, I guess in that case it's probably going to be 14 games. But
thanks.
But seriously though, like this is a joke. The fact that this got 6 games. And also, like Brady for deflating footballs got 4 games. So this is just 2 games more than that. Allegedly deflating football. So it wasn't even true.
Yeah,
it wasn't even true. It wasn't even true. But this guy got 24 cases against him going against this way. Only 6 games.
Wait, isn't it 66?
Was it 66?
I thought it was 20 something. But
I think it's 60. I think it's 60 something.
Man, if they were to suspend him for 1 game for each accusation, it would be more than that. Like the 6 games that he got. Like, come on, bro.
Yeah, I'll double check real quick.
It's not even the fact that he got suspended 6 games too. The fact that he also got his trade request to the Cleveland Browns and got paid this contract while the Browns knowing damn well he's going to have to sit out. Like
best contract in NFL history, and they have it set up to where. His first year this year, he's barely getting paid. So when he misses this year, if he gets suspended for the whole year, he's barely losing any money. And then he's going to get all of the rest of it afterwards. Like they literally set up the contract for him to get all of his money after he's suspended. It's like they literally planned ahead.
It's legit the real life Nino Brown. Like he's Nino Brown playing quarterback. I can't. It's just amazing how all this just went down. But I'd be shocked if it's still 6 games after this appeal. I will be shocked. I think it's going to be the whole season. At the very minimum, 12 games. But I think it's going to be the whole season.
You guys did get it right. It was like 24, but it was 66 women that he like arranged different massage appointments or whatever. That's the number that I caught on.
Wow,
but yeah, 24.
That's a problem, bro. That's mentally a problem.
Yeah, that man's a different breed.
Because he has a girlfriend too. On top of all of this, he has a girlfriend.
It makes
like
me
all
think,
of this
though,
was
like
extra.
It makes you think though, like what was he doing in Clemson?
Oh,
was he doing
man,
the same thing in Clemson? That's what I'm saying. Like,
hey, DeVoe Sweeney got some explaining to do because he probably knew and put it under the rug. Unless he just got to the NFL and started wilding.
And who's to say that Texans probably knew this all along, but knowing that he wanted to leave, they decided like, hey, we're gonna release this. We're gonna bring this. We're gonna push this out. Like, we know what you're doing. You're just gonna push this out. So. Yeah, I'll be surprised if it's still gonna be 6 games, but like
I would too.
What do you guys think about Kai's comment right here, though? He says that banned from the NFL and the Browns shouldn't be allowed to pay him his money.
I mean, I think he's going to ultimately end up playing football at some point. Now, should be. I mean, granted, the only reason I disagree is because technically nothing was proven. But when you're accused by that many people, something's, at least one of them, it has to be true. So I think if they can prove it and like he actually ends up getting some sort of jail time or at least something,
Cosby went
then
to
he
jail
should be
from all
banned.
those. Bill Cosby went to jail from all those accusations, right? So like, yeah at least you're gonna be suspended for a full season.
Yeah.
6 games,
he just
though.
Bill Cosby just didn't play football, so they didn't, care enough to. He's not gonna make anybody any real money, so that's the reason Deshaun Watson's getting away with it.
That's actually really sad when you say it out loud.
The thing is, it's not like Deshaun Watson has even like said like any remorse or anything. He's still been denying it to this day. So.
He's acting like he's completely innocent. Like, I don't know what y'all are talking about. Leave me alone.
So I think when you get to it at the end of it, if he is found guilty on just one, then I think I would have no issue with seeing that happen, where he just completely just gets banned from the NFL. Because
it's not going to happen. Though.
You said what?
It's not going to happen. Even if he gets convicted, it's not going to happen.
No, it's not. But I feel like it's egregious enough that where it's just completely unwarranted and just absolutely ridiculous that I would have no issue in seeing that happen to Deshaun Watson if it was true. If in case he does get convicted.
Yeah. And wait, he is that true? So there's a massage convention in Cleveland?
No, I gotta look that up. Hold up.
Because now if that's true, he might be even further ahead than Bill Belichick. Because what is even a massage convention? What does that even mean?
So it's coming to Cleveland. So I guess they have it like in different cities, but I guess it's coming to Cleveland.
That is crazy how he just did
this
he know
month
that?
Too. This
did he
month.
Know that? Like, what's going on?
It's like, I need to go to Cleveland by hook or by. No, that was probably Cleveland's pitch to get Deshaun Watson from coming to Atlanta. Like,
and is the convention annually or what?
Annually.
Yeah. What do you do at a massage convention? All right, hold on. As long as the pictures aren't any type of graphic, I gotta look, bro.
Massage convention. Deshaun Watson, like you said, it's a massage convention. Say no more. Okay, I'll sign with you. Once Watson rejected the Cleveland Browns, they had to mention the massage convention to him. They had to.
That was the winning take. We'll even throw in a massage convention. And
free access.
Like, I gotta say yes. Okay, free access, free tickets. You ain't gotta pay. We'll take you there and everything. That's so stupid. That's just ridiculous. Yeah, I mean, look at this. Like, what? Like, what does that? What does this? Like, what does this mean?
Oh wow!
Like,
before
Microsoft MVP. Yo, there really is a convention for everything. Like working, like my time, like working at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. There's a convention for everything. That's one thing I realized.
What's the weirdest one you ever saw there while you were there? Besides this,
well, it was more like working Mercedes-Benz Stadium and seeing a Georgia World Congress Center. My memory's fuzzy on that. I know they have a equipment manager summit at like for the NFL. I know that, that's not entirely weird, but I don't know. Like I gotta remember, but it was just like for the weirdest things in general. Like you would just never think they'll have a convention for it. They'll have it in the Georgia World Congress Center, or they'll rent out the stadium for it. So there's literally a convention for everything.
Oh man, New York got all of them.
Some things just write themselves, bro. Something just write themselves. Bro.
Literally writes itself. Like, how did we get here?
And so this was announced today. Like, they couldn't have just decided any other city, like Cincinnati in Ohio. But
wait, it was announced today, so like they had time to like think. Like, wait, a certain quarterback that got accused for abusing massages is here. Let's choose somewhere else.
We know we're gonna have a guaranteed consumer base.
Yeah. I was gonna say they know.
We know at least one we know at least one person gonna show up. We know somebody gonna show up.
Damn.
He's probably gonna show up some sunglasses, a wig, or something. Try to like make people not think it's him.
Nah, this is crazy.
A mask and everything.
A 3-day massage convention? That is crazy. 3 days.
What is going on? What kind of seminars are they having? Like
3 days.
How is it 3 days? What is the 3 days covering?
Those massages gotta be fire though. Like for real. Like my body's sore. Like those massages probably fire.
I can maybe understand going 1 day and getting some free massages for like just absolutely no reason. But what do you do for 3 days?
I want to see how much it costs.
I heard they run you. Ticket. I mean, I don't know about no convention, but like a massage therapist, just in general, like.
Oh yeah, it's expensive.
Yeah, it's close to 100, ain't it, or something like that? That's crazy.
That's why Deshaun Watson needed all that money.
All of that. You need all of that.
That's why Deshaun Watson needed all of that contract so he can recoup everything he spent. Man spent all of his first contract on the massages he got originally.
Yeah, no, I would assume that they're just hubs to buy things, but like, bro,
I need answers. I just this is such a weird. I don't know why it's so annoying.
It's $500 for a full convention.
No,
if you're not a member, $450 and
a member
$445 to be a member.
What?
For the early bird was $450.
You might as well just become a member at that point, right?
Bruh.
I mean, that's still pricey regardless.
I'm sure there's nobody that's not a member that's going, bro. The people going are members, bro.
we know who's going that's not a member. We know who's going that's not a member.
Yeah.
We know but that's a good point, Jalen. It's the same people every year. They all know each other. Everything. Gotta be. It can't be between new people.
Nah, bro. A massage convention being more expensive than every festival I can think of, Rolling Loud and all those. That's ridiculous, bro. That's
more expensive than Disney World. Like
Disney World, bro.
If you want to get a day pass for a non-member for Friday and Saturday, it's $340. For Thursdays, $219. If you're a member, it's $300 each. No, for a member, it's $300 each. For Teachers Day, they have a Teachers Day August 26th, $300 for non-members, $250 for members.
Safe to say you'll never catch me at a massage convention.
Yeah, bro. Like even if it was free, you wasn't gonna catch me. Now they trying to like.
I better not. If I'm going to those conventions, I better not have a single soreness, single pain in my body.
You better leave 3 inches taller too. Like,
for real, 5 years
life.
Younger.
Yeah, change your life.
Wow.
There's no way, bro. Even if it was free, that's just like kind of like not for me. And then for me to have to take out a loan. For me to have to take out a loan to go is crazy.
My body's getting old. Free massages would be fire, but what? Like $450, $500?
Nah, bro. Nah.
And I got just about every massage thing doing it. I have the leg ones that go from literally your toes all the way a little past your knees. I got my chair. Brody.
I was gonna say, are you guys killing each other right now?
But they do this all the time. I'll be just hoping it don't be while I'm streaming. But it's literally all day, every day, from morning to 4 a.m. But like the chair I'm in, I have like the whole massage thing set up from like where I'm sitting all the way up to my neck, and it's all separate. I have a little note. I'm not sure if y'all ever had like physical therapy before where they put the little sticky note on you. and then it like vibrates in different ways. I got those. I mean, I just got, bro, anything massage wise, I got it, and I'm still not going there. Let me show y'all. Y'all never had it's like a little machine.
That boy Rico like, 50. That boy Rico 50 years old.
Yeah, bro. I got the little sticky thing.
Yeah, I did that when I was at the chiropractor. When I was at a chiropractor,
a little sticky pad, and it vibrates a specific area, and I have all different kinds of settings and stuff. I got literally everything for that. And you still wouldn't catch me at this thing.
Where did you get all this from?
Amazon, bro, over the course of like a few years. Like it wasn't all at once. I think the leg massager was the most recent thing. It was Amazon Day like last month or something, and it was like 70% off. I was like, hey, why not? I've only used it once too. But hey, I got it.
Got that for Amazon Day. Oh my goodness, I should have got that. I got an air fryer I don't even use.
And now after I yelled at them for being loud, now both of them are here. What do y'all want?
They want you to go to massage convention in Cleveland, and they want you to take them with them.
All I have is a massage gun. Now I got everything. Literally, the chair I'm in right now, if I were to plug it up, it would be massaging like my whole back, neck, everything. But I haven't turned it on. I haven't turned it on in months. I ain't gonna lie. It has to be like something hurting for me to do it. I don't just sit in it all the time. Bro, you like really need attention right now. But yeah, man, Deshaun Watson tripping. The NFL tripping for this comparison right here. I mean, I definitely see what Jalen's saying where like isolated Calvin Ridley's suspension makes sense, but when you add in the fact that Deshaun Watson only got six games, it makes it look so ridiculous.
Nah, like even still, like he shouldn't not be suspended for a whole season because at the end of the day, isn't NFL sponsored with DraftKings or something or some gambling thing? They got a team in Las Vegas.
Yeah, but think about how crazy that would be if people just started doing that. Like there has to be.
But it's not like a nip it in the bud thing.
Yeah, there has to be an example being made.
But it's not like he was spending loads of money. Was it like $1,500? It wasn't like he was chronically doing it. It was just a one-time thing. So like if he was doing this like over a course of like multiple times, I see that. But just one time, like should be suspended for like probably a couple games, but a whole season for that. For betting on the Falcons too? Nah.
Nah, the betting on the Falcons is crazy. But I think you have to curb that immediately. There's no all right, we'll let this one slide type thing and a warning. But now you gotta like nip it in the bud immediately.
But this is why you don't suspend for a whole season, because now you got the Deshaun Watson situation. It's like if you suspend anything less than that, they're going to compare it. This is why you don't do a full season for that. So that's also my reasoning to it too.
They do that regardless for good, like with Goodell. I mean, like you brought up earlier, the Brady Deflategate, right? I mean, regardless of how that went, they compare that to any other suspension. Oh, this man only got 4 games for cheating, things like that. So
cheating, by the way, cheating.
Here we go.
There was no proof. No proof at all.
Hey, I'm Team Brady. You ain't gotta convince me, bro. But I just think like you have to attack him right now. There's no letting this go by. There's no 8-game suspension. This man needs to lose all his paychecks for the year. There's no other answer for it, in my opinion.
How much did he spend on the gambling? Like how much?
He said $1,500, right?
Yeah, it was $1,500, right? Yeah.
Oh yeah, that wasn't much. That wasn't bad.
Even though that's not crazy, it's still bread. It's still bread.
For him, that's something to pull out of his pocket. For him.
And like
he was clearly just bored. He was injured and bored.
That's what makes it weird because he did throw it on the Falcons to win. You would think that, like Rico said, it would be a great thing to just tell him to just, let's take the L real quick.
He wanted to retire too. He wanted to get traded.
Do what Adam Sandler did in The Longest Yard, where you're throwing games for money.
Oh, yeah. Exactly. So it makes sense, but I don't know. I mean, just because he did it, you gotta.
That man sat out for the season. He was injured. I wasn't sure if he was completely injured for the full season because there was a lot going on with him that year. But yeah, no, he took a leave of absence. That's really what it was. He took a leave of absence, then bet on the Falcons. So with you not on the team And with the team the way it's constructed, you think the Falcons are going to win. He was just doing charity. Like, I can't see any other way he would do this with a straight face. He was just doing charity. And about that air fryer, I don't know. I just like deep fried, and I just don't really use it. I just got a pan in the oven. I just don't really use it.
That's my whole life, bro. Like, I can't imagine life without an air fryer now. Everything goes in the air fryer. Everything. Literally everything. Like, it don't matter what it is. I'll even put, as long as pasta isn't super wet, I'll put it in some aluminum foil and put it in the air fryer. Everything goes in there. I just walk away for a few minutes, come back. That's how I heat up all of my frozen everything, but like my dinner plates, but like my frozen like fish sticks, everything. Literally anything. I get food from like a restaurant reheated.
I like to cook though, so it's just like I don't.
Oh yes,
have the reason for the air fryer because I like to cook.
Bro, I was Mr. Microwave my whole life, and then the air fryer. So now I'm Mr. Air Fryer. It was an upgrade for you. The air fryer is a downgrade. For me, it was a huge upgrade over Mr. Microwave. So
that's what I'm saying. Imagine. Like microwave food. I mean, microwave food is good, but if you heat up something frozen in a microwave, it's not going to taste as good if it's getting cooked fresh. Yeah, air fryer ain't going to ain't going to taste as good as something being on the deep fry, something that's on the stove, or sometimes even in the oven. So that's what I'm saying.
But I'm not even talking about like frying. I'm talking about reheating. Like it's reheat God. Like
reheat. I thought you meant cooking. I was finna say you lost me on that.
No, I'm talking about fries that I put in the air fryer. But at the end of the day, if I'm only gonna use it for fries, like I'm going to just take it back and get like a rice cooker.
He said, Rico, you should get a deep fryer. It's easy. No thanks. That sounds like effort. Anything cooking, effort.
Oh no, deep fryer.
Exactly.
You just put it in the deep fryer and that's it.
And then what do you do with the grease afterwards? Like, what do you?
Okay, yeah. That's the cleaning part. That's the cleaning part.
I'm good. Yeah, that whole process sounds depressing to me, man. I literally prefer to cut grass. I don't know what it is about cooking mentally. I just can't do it. I literally just can't. I don't know what I'm gonna do when I live on my own again, boy. It's right back to being microwave god.
Nah, I love cooking. You got to get into it. It's like using your creativity. I just made a burrito the other day, like legit burrito.
Please,
I'm happy for you.
Me something. Yeah, I said, Godspeed, man. I've never been proud of anything I cooked, even if it was good. I was like, man, I still prefer if somebody else made it.
Exactly.
Playing video games. It's just I can't, bro.
One thing I do tell y'all though, like whoever said this, I still feel like buying food is probably. I don't think groceries is that much cheaper than buying food because just making burritos alone that ran me $20. But I mean, that ran me $25, and I already had the meat. So like everything without the meat, that ran me $25. Like I could literally just buy food, and it would be, I could get it. It'd probably just be a little bit more in the long run, but it's not really that big of a difference.
And that was only enough for you?
Say it again?
That meat was only enough for you?
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, it's just me. If I was buying for a family, oh my goodness. Nah, like
what you get?
I was gonna say I don't know what you did because there's a huge difference between cooking at home when my mom does it and us going out to eat. It's like a huge difference.
Well, no, I mean
price wise.
I already had the meat. I'm just saying, like getting like the tortilla.
Yeah, but like grocery shopping should be way cheaper than eating out. I don't know what happened.
No, it's probably cheaper, but it's just like still like I had to pay $25 just to get all this, get the seasoning. I mean, the thing is because it's not like it's gonna be finished. Like get to use it for another one, but like still, it's just like, man, this is expensive. Well, this is still pricey, and I gotta cook it. So that's fine.
What meat did you get that was $25 that could only feed you?
No, I'm saying I already had the meat. Well, I was saying like getting everything for the burrito. So like the tortilla, the guacamole salsa, the pico de gallo, just getting things like that. The cumin powder.
Man,
just getting things like that. No, like I love burritos, so I'm just like, and burrito inflation is crazy. Nobody be talking about this. Everybody be talking about barber inflation, but burrito inflation now. Now, like you pay
Burrito
$10 for a burrito, $10. So I'm just like, you know what? Let me just make my own burrito.
Did you just say barber inflation?
Yeah, barber inflation. You can pay $30 for a cut. It's crazy, right?
Before the tip. Before the tip.
Before the tip. At
That's
that
crazy.
point, if I'm paying $30, I'm not giving you a tip. I'm sorry.
Nah,
I expect the
know.
cut to be good at that point.
Yeah, no.
See, I better buy some food stamp.
I used to pay 20, but this guy has me pay 25 now ever since New Year's, right? But I don't even complain because my New York friends get ran for like 40 or 50. So I just shut my mouth. I don't say nothing about it.
Boy, that hairline better come with
still...
breakfast.
No, 25 though, that's still solid. But 30, 25 I pay with a tip, but 30, nah, I'm not doing that.
50? Like, bruh.
I will not do 50.
They gotta be on TV. They better look like Jalen Rose.
For real.
And those are discounted prices too.
All I probably do is gonna put the marker in your hairline and everything. Put that painted marker in your hairline so when it rains, it all
Carlos
comes off.
Boozer.
Yeah,
for real. The
the
Beijing. The Carlos.
That's all they're gonna do when you put 40 or 50. But nah, like I better not. If I ever go back to New York, I better not find a barber that much. Like nah. At that point, I'm just gonna have dreads or something.
That's the discount price after being childhood friends too. That's the discount price they be getting.
That's the I'ma do you a solid. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy talk.
Remember when I tried to cut my own hair, Rico, in college? I should have kept that.
I'll never forget that. Never forgot it.
I should, but you know what? I should have said, like, look, I don't care if y'all roast me or whatever. In the long run, I'm saving money.
Yeah, you're gonna end up learning how to do it right and everything.
Exactly, but like I let y'all get to me. I let y'all get to me.
Hey, I don't even remember saying nothing. I just remember laughing. It was them because first of all, you had Nino that was upset because Nino was the barber, so he wasn't even laughing.
He never said anything that he was a barber. If he would have said something, I'm like, okay, I would have came to him, but he ain't saying anything.
Yeah, I didn't know he was a barber until afterwards either. So his marketing wasn't on point.
Exactly. Like you ain't even promoting anything. Like how am I supposed to know?
Nah, during quarantine I cut my hair too, but I ain't shake myself up. I just gave up. Cause I mean we were just chilling in the crib, so I didn't care. So I just cut it all the way down.
It's the best time for me to try. Nobody gonna see.
And just
Yeah, I'm scared. I'm scared of doing that. They're charging us like $300 for the medium large braids. Yeah, just prices, period.
Wild.
But yeah, hairstyles, yeah, it's all going up.
Being a woman is crazy in 2022. Like I see the hair prices. That's all again. Like, no, I can't do it. I can't do
it. Suffocating, ugly.
I'm
Davey going through it.
But how often they going? Because like, I mean, a guy need like a shape up like what? Like at least once or twice a month. Or go ahead.
Yeah, that's pretty likely. That's like
that's
2 weeks.
The very least
2 weeks.
Yeah, so I'm saying like so.
Oh, and you're saying the $300 for the braids if it lasts you like half a year.
Yeah, something like that.
You know, in comparison.
Yeah.
Slick. It depends on what you do. That's if you're going for braids. If you go for like a regular, you can sweat it out hairstyle that's still expensive, then yeah, they going through it.
And I don't know about your barbershop, but mine's time consumption as well. It takes about like an hour and a half just to get one cut done. Because about an hour of the cut is just, yo, what's going on with this squad? What's going on with this, that, and the third?
Oh, the conversations.
Yeah.
my barber just doesn't mid cut, so like it takes me about 20-something minutes, and I don't really have a difficult cut.
My guy and everybody else in that place backs up and just completely just has their hands waving conversation like they just going back and forth. It's crazy.
You probably got like that big barbershop too for a lot of barbers, right? There's only like what 3-4 barbers at most.
Nah, literally that. They just go crazy. They
just have
they
like
talk
a lot
like
of
they've
clients,
never seen each other.
Exactly, bro. You know what's
mine's
funny?
chill.
That's the funniest thing. Like they hang out all the time. They known each other for years. They hang out after they cut because they like, oh, let's go out here after the spot, right? And then they'll pull up the next day and it's like they didn't see him yesterday. Like it's crazy.
Still
You
too
must
much
got
to
them
talk
OG
about.
barbers, right? Them
Super.
older heads, right?
Yeah, nah, they
Yeah.
got a bunch of OGs and then one rooks.
That's why they be talking. Like I got a
Yeah.
barber like around our age, so like I don't know. I think the younger barbers be like they know like okay, we don't want these whole conversations. They just cut your hair and then be
Yeah,
cool. And
my mommy
yeah,
does
and be
my
done.
hair. my mommy does my hair. She does all my twisted and everything. But what was it? I'm not gonna lie. If I grew up in New York, like New York City, I would have been one of them people that was always in the barbershop. Even if I wasn't getting my hair cut, I'd just be there like every day after school. That probably would I would have been that type of person. I ain't gonna lie. They said I can't stand the talking. Poor daily grind, just breath over your head while you try
For
to
me,
get a haircut.
as long as they cut my hair right, I don't care. I don't care if they high. I don't care if they smell like whatever. Okay, I mean, no, they better not be musty. But I'm just saying, like, smell like cigarettes, weed. Yeah, if they smell like cigarettes, weed, I don't care. As long as they cut my hair well, I do not care. I don't care if they come late.
Go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, like, I just don't care. I don't even care if they come late, like, because I had barbers who came late. As long as they cut my hair well.
You must be
all I care.
for them to come late.
The only time I wasn't having is I remember it was game 2, the Celtics and Bucks this past playoffs, and I came in an hour and a half early, and I'm like, I'm watching this game. He knows I'm a Celtics fan. I'm gonna watch this game after the cut. He's like, all right, bro. Like halfway through the cut, bro, it's 15 minutes before tip off. I'm like, all right, man. I guess I'll just watch the first quarter at the shop because they got the TVs and stuff. I'm just like, all right, I'll just watch it here, bro. Y'all got it, man.
That's some hate. Like, what took so long? Why was that man doing rocket science? Like, what was going on? That man was doing.
It's partly my fault. It's partly my fault because we were going back and forth about game 1 and how the Celtics lost and stuff like that. And I'm like, yeah, Jalen need to come crazy this game 2, and he did. He dropped like 26 in the first half, but I was trying to see it at home, not at the barber shop.
For Rico, I do. Oh, were you about to say, Jalen?
No, I said you win some, you lose some.
Yeah, I'm about to say that I do come early. I do come in the morning because I feel like for a barber, I don't know if it's just me. I feel like my best cuts are usually when I'm the first or second client. Mostly usually when I'm the first client.
Before they wrist hurt.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So I try to make sure I come in the morning and be their first client. That's usually when I get the best cuts. And to answer what your mother said, Rich, come on. But
I don't even remember what you said. I don't even
remember because when I come to the barbershop, but when
you have to close your eyes. You have to close your eyes.
I don't close my eyes at all. I don't close my eyes at all.
I'm not beaming my guy, bro.
I don't look at him. I just don't close my eyes. I just try to be as still as possible.
That's too much work, like trying to not look at him because he's
I just stare on his face. Like I'm looking straight ahead, so it's usually at his torso or something. Like I'm not like really.
Just close your eyes.
No, I'm just not used to it, and I feel like when I'm closing my eyes, I'm over concentrating. I just want to be natural and relaxed, so it won't mess up my hairline.
Am I the only one?
Rich said that's what you said. Oh, okay, that was a little bit funnier, but yeah.
What did I say?
What you said?
What you said?
Rich, okay, Rich. We know what you be thinking of, but
risky today. That man twerking and doing stuff in the morning. That's
Rich. We know what you be doing and be thinking of, but just because you do doesn't mean I do. So, but said John Brown,
you gotta start closing your eyes, bro. You standing that man sitting here and grabbing.
Yo,
I try to keep my elbows to myself. I know what you're talking about, Jonathan. I try to keep my elbows to myself for that reason.
It's not even what like I do, but for your barber's sake, bro, close your eyes, bro, please. For his sake.
Please. For everybody's sake. I'm uncomfortable imagining it.
Yeah. I can't see anyways. I take my glasses off, so it's not like I could really see anyway. So it doesn't really make a difference.
So you just see blurry shapes.
Yeah, well, I guess I could see close.
Just abstract art.
That's what I'm saying. It's not like I could really see, so it doesn't even matter.
Do y'all barbershops be open mad late? Because
I think I think mine closes at like 8.
Okay, good. Because like I be talking to my friends, and I'll be like, "Yeah, I'm about to go get a cut. It's 9 p.m." They're like, "What?" And I'm like, "Wait, is that different? Like, is that
Man, your barber be tired as hell. You trying to get a cut. Your hairline about to be zigzagged. I'm not doing that.
Soldier boy.
Bro, they don't leave. They don't leave. They watch every game in there. Like and then during the day they got the talk shows and everything going. So they chilling, bro. They
do not. They hate home. They hate their wives. they hate their wives. The kids annoy them. They like, bro, I just stay here and cut hair all day before I deal with them guys. And then Tom Brady.
Now for real though, because when they close it up, they're like, all right, so I'm gonna meet you at the spot. And I'm like, all right, cool.
Anything but home. Anything. Anything but home.
They're on their Goku.
But yeah, man, that's another show broadcast. We got Seyi, Jalen. Hopefully y'all can pull up again next week at per usual, Fridays 7 to 9 p.m. I appreciate everybody. He said, I hate that. Why? I appreciate everybody that pulled up. Make sure y'all pull up again next week. I mean, every week there's always something to talk about, but y'all see we go on random tangents. We reply to the comments and talk about questions or things y'all say. So, anything y'all wanted to say before we dip up out of here?
Have we ever touched about this Brittany Griner thing?
Oh, technically not. Technically not.
We did it.
I don't know. Like, I want Brittany Griner to be free and all, but when I keep reading about this Merchant of Death guy, the fact that his name is called the Merchant of Death,
yeah, that's crazy, bro.
I don't know.
Crazy.
I don't know. I don't know about that.
They trying to get lyrics said they trying to get 2 John Wicks for Brittany Griner. That's scary trade. That is a scary trade. They trying to get us.
Nah,
that is a crazy.
The fact that I read that. Basically, I know a person in real life that's directly affected by him. So that's crazy by his existence. He supplied weapons in Africa to aid on the wars with Liberia and other countries back in the night.
So that man's just the
90s,
ultimate
in the late
instigator.
90s.
God level instigator.
I know a person that had to, like, when she was born, had to move to America because of those wars. So, like, directly affected by him.
Man is a menace. That man almost as bad as Ezra Miller.
Oh my God, I heard about that garbage, man. That's crazy. That man is different.
You know what? Matter of fact, we're gonna talk about that next week. Because I don't think y'all know how bad Ezra Miller has been a menace to the world. Like all the countries he's been at, what he's done in the countries, and how he's been on the run.
Wait, he got more than one offense?
Bruh, it's
he has more than one. I
Mexico,
know that.
Iceland, Germany, Hawaii. We're going to talk about it next week, bruh. Just know that people have been held captive. One lady got hit with a chair. We're going to dive into it. We're going to dive into it, man. This man is on a world tour. This is on a world tour of just chaos. He's a real life Joker right now. It's crazy. We're going to talk about it next week, though. But yeah, I mean, as far as Brittany Griner, they need to stop. They need to go ahead and free her. Because that's just super petty. They're definitely like making an example out of her and clearly using her as a way to get something they want.
But would you free her for that?
Nah, 2 John Wicks, because it's not just the guy you're talking about. I heard it's 2 of them.
There's another one.
I think there's 2 John Wicks. They're trying to trade 2 John Wicks for Brittany Griner.
It's not just Brittany Griner too. It's this American police officer. So I guess it's 2 for 2. But
it's
still,
2 for 2. Okay.
But still, that police officer
letting John Wick go is crazy. Like that, the Russian John Wick is crazy.
Oh, like your nickname is the Merchant of Death. Like when they ask what they call you, they could just call me the Merchant of Death. Like they call you the Merchant of Death. Like how? Like, bro, that is serious. That is serious.
That's not even the nickname, bro. That's just his name, bro. That's what they call that, man.
we gotta talk these trade talks down, bro. We gotta get somebody on the case because America's not doing his job. Because if that's where we at right now, we got to do better with negotiating. We got to do something.
They got
wife.
They got Danny Ainge in Russia, bro. That's crazy.
I think it was Brittany Griner's wife saying that if it was LeBron James, they'll free him out quickly. I don't know if it's a straight trade for the merchant of death either. I mean, I don't know.
It would be way
I still got to think about it. Think about
John Wick for LeBron. I'm sorry, LeBron, bro. We appreciate you, but like, that's bad because that just sounds like that's gonna be so many further consequences in the future. I'm scared. We gotta offer somebody else. They don't have like a Russian comedian or singer that they want back. Nothing like something. We can go sports player for sports players. Something.
We can't just give them bread.
We'll give you Luka, but not John Wick, bro. Like not.
Do we even have a current Russian NBA player right now? I don't even think we do.
Think of one.
I couldn't tell you.
We'll give you Alex Ovechkin. Isn't he Russian? No,
he gotta be. I think so.
Tennis though, like it's just that's really bad. They're using her for that to get back. John Wick is crazy. And I know Luka's not Russian. I'm just saying somebody foreign. Like you can have Luka. He's a star in the league. Just take him. I know he's probably never even been to Russia, but yeah, we that trade is completely unfair. There's no way that's what we got so far. That's so bad, but definitely free her, man. But John Wick is super crazy. I'm scared of that. But yeah, man, we will catch y'all next week. 7 to 9 p.m. Anything y'all want to say before we dive up out of here?
Yeah, that's all I had to say.
Take care, y'all. Inshallah.
Man, appreciate it. All right, man. We will catch y'all next week. Appreciate everybody to pull it up. And again, every Friday, 7 to 9 p.m., we talk about everything, as y'all can see, sports, whatever. So make sure y'all pull up and make sure y'all invite other people to pull up because we need to be 100 deep in here. So first of all, y'all bring more ideas for us to talk about and everything. So, man, I really appreciate y'all. We'll catch y'all next week, man. Definitely. And Rich says Sonny G.